definitely fallen out as well.
Yeah, but I believe Todd actually missed weight at the catch weight.
Oh, did he?
From what I understand, yes. I don't think it was by much, and I don't think it really mattered for Kendall. He's the kind of kid who just doesn't care.
He's been saying that he's going to dedicate more of his time to his MMA career, so hopefully we'll see leaps and bounds of more improvement in his fight game from here on out.
We're sending to Mike Kendall to get this match going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in an NFA catchweight bout brought to you tonight by Halsey Roofing and Holiday Inn Creve Coeur. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler stands 5'11", weighed in 165.3 pounds. He holds a 1-3 amateur record with 1 win coming by way of submission. Representing ES MMA and Fitness, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Kendall Whited. His opponent to my left, fighting out of the red corner, is a kickboxer standing 5'10", weight in 169 pounds. He holds a 0-2 amateur record, representing Freedom Fighters MMA and Fitness, and fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Todd Showstopper Michael. Your referee in charge of the action, Zach Tybris.
All right, gentlemen, we're rule for back. Got any questions this time? Touch it up, come out ready to fight.
All right, guys, we're set for the first fight of the night. Kendall has a very serious look on his face.
Yes, he does. He definitely looks like he's ready for business.
And, you know, coming from a collegiate wrestling background, I believe he's probably got, you know, the nerves are under control. Ooh, front kick to the face right there.
Already pressuring him.
Yes.
Oh, good body kick.
See how fast Kendall
There
is.
he goes. Todd's answering back.
Kendall with that movement, that's getting out of the way of those strikes. Nice jab. I'd like to see Kendall get his chin down a little bit.
Nice kicks by Todd.
Took a right hand from Todd right there. There's that wrestling right there.
good.
Kendall, beautiful double leg
Good
takedown.
timing. Very good timing.
Beautiful timing on that, Lance. You are correct.
Looks like Kendall's going to try to trap the arms down, break that guard.
Well, what Kendall needs to do here, a lot of these younger amateur guys get really excited. You need to calm it down, figure out what you're going to do next, and secure a position in order to do exactly what you want to do. So, like right here, you got to make sure that, you know, Todd is locking up the guard. Make sure he doesn't throw up any real submissions, nothing like that. Kendall's going to let him up.
As to your point just now, as soon as he did throw the legs up, Kendall was like, I'm getting out.
Yeah.
You might just do it to slow him down, reset the pace, let him know that, hey, I can change levels here and put you down whenever. So when you try and counter-strike me, you're going to pay for it.
A little bit of a low blow right there. What I would really like to see is I'd like to see Kendall throw a couple of those, you know, being a southpaw against an orthodox. A couple of nice straight right hand.
Right hand answered by a shot.
Get out of that back door, Kendall, and take that back exactly. Trying to get that hook. And this is what I meant by you've got to secure your position, okay? Now he gets the hooks in, takes his time. He's got that left underhook on that arm. He's going to try to stretch him out. Probably posture up and start looking for some ground and pound.
Todd not doing a terrible job of scrambling. Nice reversal.
Nice sweep.
Push up your head, come on, get up.
Now, last fight, we noticed Todd would rush a few things. Let's see if he can learn some patience and can pull off a little better ground game than he did this last fight.
1 minute left. Kick off the hips. Hey, get up, up.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
a couple good shots from Todd. Kendall's covering up.
Oh, Kendall is.
He's going to try to swim in for that leg, I think. Gets back to his feet.
Really nice job being able to stay active there. Keep it
Oh,
going.
he got is that a
Kendall
necktie?
locks up a
Is it
nice
necktie?
guillotine right there. Well, you know what? Coming from a wrestling background, I think he just looks at it as a front headlock in
You're right.
position.
He let it go as soon as he got where he wanted.
Yeah, what I'd like to see here, I mean, Todd obviously is going to, what I think he should do is probably try standing up and breaking that grip and turn around and keep it on his feet.
Todd's doing a good job on that wrist control. He just needs to get up. I wouldn't swing back right now, though.
Kendall going to look for that choke.
Just like you said, though, he needs to be patient and work it. Well, I say that as the 10-second count goes.
Yeah. I think Kendall just holds on to it right now, gets his bearings back. I believe he was rocked a little bit with a couple of those shots from
He ate a couple right hands,
Yeah.
got a couple takedowns to counter that, kind of let him know that, you know, I can put you down when I want you to. But then at the same time, Michael had that nice sweep, ended up on top. Kendall had his back a couple times. That was a pretty well-rounded first round.
It was. That was a good first round. I think I have to almost give it to Michael, however you want to say his name. I think he landed a couple more good shots, got a knockdown, kind of a knockdown there.
Good sweep. He did throw up his legs for a submission. Yeah.
Yeah, but then Kendall also had a couple takedowns that were beautiful.
I will say Kendall did something that it's good for wrestling, but not in MMA. When he took that hard shot, he rolled to his stomach, which you do in wrestling, but you don't want to do that in MMA necessarily.
You do not want to do that here.
Luckily, he didn't give up his back too much on that, but he did need to show something because he got hit hard on the ground there.
He was hurting. I mean, it looked like he was hurting anyway. I'm not him. So.
I would imagine he's going to come out looking for more of those takedowns and hope the pace slows down a little bit more and he can grind him away, especially the way he finished the last round.
Yeah, I'd really like to see either of these guys, since they got that opposite stance, is a rear leg low kick to the inside of that thigh. Start chewing up those legs. Kendall with a nice takedown. Puts his back against the cage. What Kendall needs to do here is keep that pressure down, forehead under the chin, try to drive forward and make it really uncomfortable. And I honestly, in MMA, I really wouldn't worry about breaking that guard right now. Worry about landing a couple shots, let your punches open that guard.
Yeah, you don't want to get in too much of a rush here because you either give up a stand-up or some type of sweep or submission here. You want to cook him a bit. He's doing a good job of that right now. Slow it down, really grind away on him, and he'll get frustrated, open that guard up, and that's when you can find your chance to pass.
Yeah, well, he's got to also be careful. He does, Todd did have a very nice little, I don't even know if it was a scissor sweep or what kind of sweep he pulled off there, but got that reversal. And if you sweep him now, you're in the mount. So
the only thing I would like to see from Kendall is he keeps his hands off the mat. There was a couple times there he put his hands on the mat and had his arms trapped.
There's that inside leg kick. I'd like to see a couple more kicks out of Kendall. His kicks are fast. You start wrapping him off from the body.
He keeps backing him on the cage, but then he's kind of being a little too patient. He's got his back on the cage, and he's kind of letting him off here. Except for, this round he's been hitting those takedowns at least.
All right, gets him down.
This is a good spot right here. I would not search for that head and arm choke. Kind of put himself against the cage right here.
Hard to get with that kind of positioning, but you could do it.
You can, and you can see Mikel's got that arm,
the
whole answering the phone situation. But, my coach, Jordan and I's coach, Nick Sanders, he actually showed me a way to finish the head and arm choke, which made it very, very hard to not tap. And you got to get that far elbow down.
Yeah,
Kendall's got to get high, keep that position, and keep a heavy base.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get swept again.
No, start pushing off the head and start landing some big shots.
Michael looking to climb the cage.
Just got to stay heavy here. Now, what Kendall needs to know is a lost art I learned from an old coach, Luigi Fioravani. Oh, beautiful armbar
transition.
Oh, the hammer fist to the face. That is one of my favorite things to do. Beautiful armbar, rolling into it. There it is.
Oh, he doesn't have a thumb
He's got to turn that thumb up.
He's hitchhiking. He's hitchhiking.
Out of it is. That's the inexperience right there where you've got to, they always teach you in the beginning. Grab that wrist to keep that thumb to the ceiling.
Nice sequence here. Now you got Michael finishing the round on top.
Yeah, Kendall, what I think Kendall needs to do right here is try to pick that, do like a little knee pick right there and drive forward.
Yeah. If he can hold there, he got out.
I think they're both going to get out of this round, but guys, what a second round. I think Kendall took this round back. We're going 1-1 into the third.
Two really competitive rounds, though.
Yeah, and that's the game. Sometimes when you hunt for the finish like that, you open yourself up to sweeps. And actually, it was just one little small detail that ended up costing. It was a good sequence by both of them. The only thing that cost them was the small detail of having a thumb up. But Michael did a good job of spinning out of that.
Absolutely. And one thing I've never been a fan of, sitting back for an armbar in an MMA fight. Reason being, I've never been a really good jiu-jitsu guy. So when I fall to my back, if, let's just say, their hand slips out, I'm in a really bad spot.
Well, that's why you got to look for that. They call them the threes. You got your armbar, triangle, and omoplata. That's why you got to be ready to switch it up just in case. Because if you do end up losing that, you got to throw another one up to keep them off you. Otherwise, they get side control, and then, like you said, you're in all kinds of trouble then.
Yeah, it's not good.
if I'm cornering Kendall Whited, I'm going to tell him to keep repeating the same thing. Kind of stalk him
Absolutely.
down against the fence, throw something high, shoot low. And in this case, this has been a good experience. It's been a lot to go back to the drawing board and work on here that you can grow with, win the fight.
Absolutely. Both these guys are showing having a good outing right here.
Kendall's very calm. He's been very calm every round.
Yeah. Well, see, Kendall's always in shape. He's always in the gym. Clearly, he's physically in shape. Nice right hand by Michael.
That right hand has been working for him.
Absolutely. But that tells me that Kendall's going to need to go back to the gym and work on the head moving a little bit.
Well, Kendall's not winning the foot position with the mismatched leads here.
Correct.
So
He's
he's
gotta
lined
get
up right for that right hand.
What I'd like to see here is Kendall's got to do the whole outside leg trip.
There we go.
There we go. Just kind of muscled him down there with a body lock. But keep it here, guys. I think you keep it here. You land a couple shots, stay on top. See if there's an opening to advance your position. But you're going to win the round.
Yeah, Todd's looking for that scissor sweep again. He's trying to sneak that foot in there.
Yeah, both these guys look pretty good. This is the way to start off NFA 9, I believe.
Yeah.
Both these guys are very resilient. Like we said, their records aren't really showing their talent.
Which a lot of times seems to be the case.
Especially in St. Louis.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've been preaching it. I mean, again, amateurs are a lot better than they used to be. They're more well-rounded. There's not as many easy fights as there used to be.
Looking for that triangle right there. Kendall's going to need to posture up. There he is.
Well, every time he's attacked him and looking for an armbar, Kendall has backed off and stood him back up. So it's a good strategy here. I mean, it's on Michael to push the pace and try and create something, sweep, get up. Kendall can land these shots here and there, but he's ahead right now.
Yeah, and if it ends up going to the judge's decision, do you give the fighter that was on top with dominant position and not really doing much offense, or do you give it to the guy on bottom who's attempting some sort of an offensive maneuver?
Depends on your judge's personalities. We've
Exactly.
seen it all over the board.
Well, at this point, I think what Kendall needs to do, he's secure the position. He's going to try to advance. And one thing, like I was trying to say last time with Luigi, he's taught me, put your hand on his mouth.
Yeah.
They do that up at Glory.
Oh.
Nice
There we
triangle
go.
right there. Kendall doesn't know you should not ever slam out of that.
And that just made it almost pretty worse there. It looks like he's okay.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a weird.
Oh,
Now
he's
we're
adjusting.
going.
No, he's out. He's out.
Kendall, he needs to clear that head.
Yeah, he needs to clear. He was out, cleared.
That was a kind of a weird interaction.
Well, if Todd would have, he didn't have his knees pinched, and that's why the armbar was way too loose there.
30 seconds here. Kendall with another takedown. But the one thing they do up at Glory, when you're in this position here, they call it the pecs. It's punch, elbow, cover, and then I can't remember what the S.
Striking.
Strike. Well, I don't know what the X or whatever it stands for. I can't remember. But the punching elbows and then cover. Cover that mouth. That's not illegal. It's not a very nice thing to do, but it is legal.
I do it to the people I don't like in the gym. Oh, nice little sweep to end up here on top. Here at
Finish
the
the
end of
round
fight.
on top. This will be a close decision. This will be a close decision.
Man.
What a fight, guys.
That was a good fight. Very good opening.
That was a
Very
good
opening
first fight.
Both men are tired too, so that they put it all in there.
Guys, and you can get that pay-per-view right at nemesisfightingalliance.com. We still got an entire night of action, and this is just a preview of what you're going to see. But I got to ask you guys, I think we give the first round to Todd, second round to Kendall. Third round, I got to give it to Kendall for the takedowns. Todd had one good triangle attempt. I don't think it was very close to a finish, but it was a good attempt. And Kendall didn't really do much on top, so I don't really know how you're going to score that.
Well, it's all the timing of the moments, really. So the takedowns were also hit with sweeps. So the first round you can even give to Kendall because he dictated where the fight took place. But he did eat a couple shots here. I'm with you. I do think Kendall won 2 and 3. But even in the fights even in the rounds he was winning, he was in some real danger there, like fight-ending danger, like submission, your back's taken.
Yeah. So I actually think if there's about 10 more seconds in that round, I think Todd probably could have got that finish because of the position he ended up in.
Well, Todd did what he needed to do. On a close fight, like we talk about, do the judges have a short-term memory or long-term memory? Finish hard. If it's a close fight, finish on top.
And the one thing they always say is, what's the last thing you saw? Do you remember the first minute and a half or the last minute and a half?
Exactly.
But what we're going to do, we got the decision. We're going to send it to the official voice of Nemesis Fighting Alliance, Mike Kendall, for our decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds in our first fight of the evening, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Veal scores the bout 29-28 Michael. Judge Hyatt scores the bout 29-28 Whited. In your third judge, Judge Francis scores the bout 29-28. For your winner by split decision, Todd Showstopper Michael.
Wow.
Shocking decision there. I didn't have it going that way, but this is one of those instances where I cannot blame the judges either way it went.
Well, he did damage him with them right hands, and that
Yes.
seems to have been the difference maker. So if we're looking at overall damage, I would agree with the decision. If we're looking at the points, strategy, who dictated where it was, I'm not so sure, but I'm not a judge.
Mike Kendall's got our winner, Todd Michael, right there.
I'm here with your winner, Todd Michael. Congratulations, man. A little slow start in the career, man, but watching you fight every fight, I've seen you dramatically become more and more efficient, a lot more knowledgeable, a lot more technical. Congratulations, well done. Anything you'd like to say out here tonight?
I just want to thank my family, my coaches, my quartermen that helped me progress from my very first fight in October. Every fight I took something positive out of. Even though I lost the last 2, it's never a loss if you learn something. So.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on a great win.
No, that's it, man. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for Todd, the showstopper, Michael.
I gotta say, guys, what a first fight of the night, a 3-round war.
That was an awesome first fight of the night.
That was good.
And really the point of these amateurs is for them to show improvement. And I think both those guys are definitely improving. Obviously, Kendall's not going to be so happy dropping another one. He's got a bigger hole to climb out of to get that streak he wants to go. But I thought he got a lot of good things out of there.
I agree. I mean, Kendall's game plan looked like it was very good. We talked about Todd seemed more patient this fight than he did last fight with the ground game. But yeah, we said it was a close fight. The judges agreed with us, obviously, with a split decision.
But that, like I said, that's one of those fights where I don't get upset over any decision that was made, because honestly, that third round, I think it came down to that third round. You look at the takedowns or the solid right hands that were more of what they call significant strikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our second bout of the evening. Please welcome, making his way to the NFA cage, Corey Donovan.
All right, guys, we got Corey Donovan. He says he is the pride of the South Side. I have one man in my mind that will argue that. His name is Mean Mike Green. That is the man that got me into MMA, and he is a South Side legend.
And ex-owner of Southside Fight Club.
Absolutely. Yeah. But we got Corey Donovan making his debut tonight. 0-0 record, coming to make a statement. I mean, we don't know what we're gonna see. I can't help but imagine he's completely prepared. This isn't this sport is not what it was 10 years ago, where you would just, wake up and be like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go get in a fight today. These guys now, he's probably been training for, I would say at least a year, 2 years, something like that. And look at Cyril Gane, who just fought for the heavyweight title. He's only been training MMA for 3 years.
Well, we're getting a lot more athletes in it too. We're getting a whole lot more athletes than we used to get. We used to get more of the martial artists, or like you would say, the street fighters, weekend warriors we call them. And they'd wake up and just go to a fight. Now you're getting actual legitimate athletes that could play other sports that are wanting to do MMA now.
Yeah, and the thing that's going to make Corey Donovan a little bit different, he says his influences for this sport was his mother and the upbringing that they had. So, and you can tell the crowd's here behind him, so I'm excited to see what he brings.
And now his opponent making his way to the red corner, Doug Anderson.
Doug Anderson's coming out here with a 1-2 record, so a little bit more experience, 1-0 in kickboxing. Now, that's not a lot of experience, but it is a little bit, okay?
It's more than a debut opponent has, because then you have the debut nerves, and you have what's the walk going to be like, what's the day going to be like, cutting weight, how do you feel the day of the fight, The other thing that Doug's got going for him is he trains out of St. Charles MMA. He's got an experienced room, a lot of people to guide him. So even when he's confronting all these things, they're in the locker room with him now. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and one thing that Doug Anderson did say before this fight was, I don't know if it's a New Year's resolution, but he wants to have 4 more fights as an amateur, and he wants to turn pro by the end of the year. Now, I think that may be a little bit too soon, but I'm going to see his skill set here, and I can make that assumption I can really make that decision for myself if I think he should do that. But that's, he wants to be busy.
Yeah, and he's also been putting in work in the gym recently. I believe it was either recently or it's since his last fight. He's earned his blue belt, one of the Bagi blue belts now, and they have pretty high standards for their blue belts. So that's definitely putting in work, and that's something that you want to put down on your resume.
Yeah, and I got to say, this has all the makings of fight of the night. So we're going to send up to Mike Kendall to get this fight going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in an NFA middleweight division, brought to you tonight by Serve Pro and the Bracket Room, the official after party of NFA 9, located at the Holiday Inn in Creve Coeur. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6'1", weighed in 185 pounds. Tonight he's making his amateur debut, representing Absolute Martial Arts and fighting out of South St. Louis, Missouri, Corey, Pride of the South Side, Donovan.
Lots of fans.
His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner is a striker standing 5'10", weighed in 186 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 1 win, 2 defeats, with that 1 win coming by way of knockout. Representing St. Charles MMA and fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Doug Anderson. Referee Tim Francis.
I think we're in for another good one, guys, just looking at the matchup here.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I'm excited, Jordan. This is your weight class.
Used to be yours.
Yeah, well, I'm retired, sir.
Well, Doug Anderson likes the pressure, so we may see some quick fireworks.
Oh,
Yep,
going at it.
Big right uppercut.
Apparently Corey does too.
Cage just moved a little bit. See right here, I think Corey's feet are a little too close together. You gotta swim for and I like an overhook or something like that. Get those feet apart on that wall.
Well, and you also don't want your
There
heels
you go.
completely in the wall either.
I wouldn't drop to my knee like that. And don't get too heavy. There he goes. Good. Got the over under. That's what I love.
Good job recovering on that.
Absolutely over under, and now you get those feet spread apart, and then you turn them. Kind of turn them the wrong way because you want to swim with that underhook side.
Well, Doug showed in his previous fights he does like this cage pressure. He likes to wear his opponent down.
Yeah, and one thing we said, that first fight, the head pressure right there. There it is. You make your opponent uncomfortable. Just head pressure. All it is. It's almost like it's just annoying more than anything. It's not going to hurt or anything like that.
Well, it definitely feels like it takes your strength and your legs away when they get right under the head.
Stand you up nice and tall.
A lot of nerves in that jaw, side of that jaw too.
Well, Doug needs to swim for that underhook on that right side.
This could actually benefit Corey a bit because it slowed the fight down in his debut here. So it's going to take that first spazziness out. If he can survive this and the fight slows down and he's got his feet wet now, it may be interesting to see what he can put together instead of trying to force anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely give him a chance to catch his breath and calm down.
See right here though, we've got Doug with the double unders. Ooh, nice knee to the body.
I like how the ref is making him work here too. He's not separating them because they're working.
That was what I was going to say. Absolutely, they're busy. They're not being stagnant. They're not stalling. They're doing work. They're looking for stuff.
I'd like to see Doug attack a little bit more of that inside of that leg.
Yep,
right there it is, right there.
I think Doug could step around and pull that leg off the ground and probably get a takedown, but good on Corey.
Nice swimming in.
Oh,
and they break
separate.
apart. These big boys are going to throw. Nice jab. Slips on the takedown. Slipped on the takedown.
Oh, he's getting some clean hits in there.
Well, look at this sprawl. This is a great sprawl.
Great sprawl.
Now he just needs to spin around, take that back.
Or that.
Or what?
I said or that, yeah.
Yeah.
Either push the head down and get up or take the back, like you said, spin around.
I'm in a jiu-jitsu mindset right now, man.
I like that. I like to hear it. Yeah, he needs to do. He's just hanging on right
Weird
now.
position because
something.
they're both vulnerable here in a way.
Yeah. So right here, spinning around, taking the back really is not an option. I mean, it's an option, but not really an option
Not
because
unless you pull him down.
Well, because Doug stood up.
There we go.
Yeah, he needs to yank him down or stand up here.
Nice knee to the
knees.
body. That's very intelligent.
Yeah, that's
A lot of young amateurs making a debut aren't going to remember that they can throw knees to the body right there. That was nice by Corey.
Corey kind of back in his position where he likes to.
All right, we're going to the second round. Guys, good first round. That showed the dynamics of MMA. You had basically 99% cage wrestling right there.
Yeah.
Now, who do you give it to? We go back to this every round, and it's just like friends sitting around talking about it. Oh, I think this guy won, this guy won. But Corey had his back on the cage, but threw lots of good knees. But then Doug had him against the cage and had a couple good knees there as well.
I think with how close it is, you would have to give it to Doug because he did have cage control.
I agree with you.
I'm leaning more towards Donovan because he never got taken down. He reciprocated the damage he was taking on the wall, and when he separated, he stuffed a shot and had him in a very vulnerable position to end that.
Well,
But toss up.
Well,
Yeah.
as I say, good news with us disagreeing means it's a good fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say the thing that I like is whenever we don't know where to go, that means it was a good fight. It was, you know.
Well, he's seen that shot twice now coming out of Anderson, so I'll be shocked if Corey's not waiting for it. And maybe he has an uppercut or something waiting for him there.
Well, I do know that Corey Donovan came out and was throwing a good uppercut right away, so we'll see if he's going to lead with that again. There it was.
There it was.
Nice
There it
uppercut.
Unfortunately, Doug is leaning forward when he does that.
Yeah. Oh, these guys.
Well, it's
Corey is trying to knock him out. Nice. Oh, slip under. Got that single leg. Got to pull that out and run that pipe.
Well, if there's a brawl, the past fights of Doug's has shown he does sometimes leave that chin up.
See, what I like here, Jordan, is you got that leg locked. I like to bump him into the cage and pull him off.
Bump and pull.
Bump and go.
Bump and pull.
Just like that. Can he hear me?
I was wondering that. I was about to say, I was wondering if you heard that. That was a good sit to pull himself back up. Good knee to the body right there.
So I don't know how easy this would be with that left arm having an underhook, but what about maybe sidestepping over there and getting that high crotch, that high single? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could, and then take him for a ride. Yeah, absolutely.
Just
could.
and not necessarily like a big ride. Just get his feet off the ground so you can create some sort of an opening.
Well, if he pulls right here too, there it is. Yep, right when I said it.
Do they have earpieces in?
Hey,
Probably listen to you because you have a ponytail.
He almost had a cage grab there. Almost.
He gets up.
He's staying on him. He's definitely sticking to him.
Yeah, obviously Doug wants to get into a grappling exchange.
Well, we got to look at this. You know, this is a grind, and like you said, this is a debuting fighter. Is he going to dump? We don't know.
I hope he doesn't dump. We don't got that kind of cleaning crew, bro. Careful with your words there, Lance.
Oh, man.
Anderson is doing a good job of putting him where he can slow down any of the big shots that were coming his way out in the open here. You know, he couldn't really get him down out in the open, but here he can kind of wear him down, and he's not really taking any damage. He did get him down. Here's where the danger is, because see, Doug goes right back in on that shot too.
See, I think Corey's trying to throw a little bit too heavy. I mean, that's the excitement of a new, of the adrenaline, and you're excited in front of a crowd, and you want to put on a show, and you just start swinging for the fences.
Look like he's going for that leg pull again.
But these guys are busy.
Donovan's
I mean,
yeah.
this may not be the most exciting for the
This is
fans.
what Doug wants. He
but
wants to get his hands together under his butt.
These guys are busy.
Donovan's
Bump
doing
and go, bump and go.
Donovan's doing a good job of defending. He just needs to find a way to either reverse it or get something going in his way.
Well, I think Doug might be a little not so confident in his wrestling because he's locked his hands a few times and then let it go.
Well, he's also eating some shots. Some of those are landing on the temple. He's not covering his temple too well with his shoulder. So some of those slaps, even though they don't look like they may be hard, you don't like getting hit in the temple. It doesn't take a whole lot to hurt.
I don't get hit.
Fair enough.
I'm retired.
There we go. Now they're going.
See, that was a good close to the second round for Doug.
Yeah.
I think you give that round to
I
Doug
agree.
without a
I
doubt.
do too. The last 10 seconds, Corey Donovan was just trying to land some hard body shots. He ended up giving up that there, but I agree with you guys. That's Doug Anderson's round there.
I wouldn't even say the last 10 seconds anything really happened. I think Doug went and got on the cage, did some cage wrestling, got a couple takedowns. He popped up, but
Corey needs to come out and make a statement right away. He needs to get Doug off his game and make sure Doug does not get a hold of him.
Yes, because Doug is imposing his will on where the fight will take place right now.
Yeah. And if I'm in the corner of Corey, I'm telling him to pump a jab, straight punches, shorter punches, not trying to knock his head off. Set that big knockout shot up, quick little bang bang, and then trying to land some leather.
And also take the center of the ring. If your back's against that cage, you're going to end up right there again.
100%.
Both men are mouth breathing too. Let's see which one recovers. Doug looks like he's about ready to charge.
Ooh,
Got
big
that
right
uppercut.
hand.
There was that
Now
uppercut.
he's got up.
I think
He's got
somebody
up right
called.
there. You see, he's got it back on the cage again though.
Yep.
Got that arm in guillotine. I don't know if he's trying to get the guillotine or using his position.
I believe I called that uppercut earlier, didn't
You definitely did.
You did.
call.
You are
He's
an
yeah.
encyclopedia of MMA. Your wealth of knowledge is vast. Are you happy?
I'm never happy.
I'm never happy.
Doug right back here in the same position. He's got to watch the
Went for
front.
an ankle
Oh,
pick.
that's
Oh, he got hit. He went for an ankle pick and got nailed.
See, but right here, I think Corey would, I guess he would want to disengage, but
Well, whatever
maybe
Corey
not.
does, he's got to look for a finish here. If he can generate momentum and put him behind, he may be able to do that.
oh,
That
big
was
takedown.
strength.
Big
Pure
takedown
strength
out of
right there.
Corey.
He had the technique wasn't right there, and he made up with it with a pure strength.
And listen to this crowd here at the Olympia Event Center.
Well,
They
they are
got
behind him, gave him something
Big
to cheer
move.
about.
They erupted.
Corey Donovan fans all over.
But now he needs to do something because there's a good chance he is behind 2 rounds. Doug looks like he's trying to shrimp in. He had a chance there. He went to half guard instead. Looked like he's going for a Kimura.
See, right here, nothing's even locked up. So there it is.
Ah, there we go. It's a legitimate attack now. Oh,
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
could look for a sweep here as well.
Doug needs to step back and get a butterfly hook in if he wants to try and deal with
Oh.
Muscled out.
And the problem with having that Kimura lock right there, you could use that as a sweep, but with the cage right there, there's really nowhere to go.
True.
So you're limited on what you can do with that.
And with half guard too, you have to really get him to lean for that as well.
See, right here, Corey could just sit here. He's got a minute left, and try to advance that position, because being in an open half guard, it's pretty easy to pass. I mean, there's nothing really holding him down. And
No.
I'm a big fan of side control, personally.
Yeah, and he just needs to get to a more dominant position. Try to get to mount or something, because right here he's doing fine. He's obviously winning this moment here, but I don't believe he won the other 2 rounds. So he may be running out of time here.
I agree. And right here, so what he could do that I really like is posture up real tall and kind of turn towards the cage where you have that wrestling, like that Turk position. And that's a dominant spot in MMA. I like putting that hand on that hip and then holding him in place while you got that half guard locked up against the cage and just start beating on him.
It's a wrestler's dream right there.
It is. That's where I learned
So
it.
Doug's got a lockdown on him. That's going to negate that from
Corey
past
needs to do
happening
something here. I
So,
mean,
he let it go.
there he goes.
He's got to let it fly here.
Oh. But they
That
just
may have
call
been
it?
a bit of an
That was
early
a bit
stoppage,
early.
but
Wow, right at the end there.
Corey Donovan with the third round stoppage with just seconds left.
Here I was getting upset with Corey too. I didn't think he went soon enough.
Wow.
I wonder if the referee saw something that we didn't see.
Very possible he did.
It's possible.
He usually doesn't stop him like that.
Yeah, when he first went in there, I thought maybe he was going to call for a back of a head shot. I wasn't expecting him to stop it.
Yeah, that was a quick stoppage, so that makes me think he saw something that we didn't see.
Tim Francis is a really
Francis
good referee.
is a good ref.
So
I agree,
he
yeah.
had to have seen something that we didn't see from our
Yeah.
point of view.
I agree. He is definitely a good ref.
That was a good fight, guys. Competitive fight. The matchmaking so far has been on point.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Tim Francis called to stop in his fight. 2 minutes, 57 seconds into the third and final round. For your winner by TKO, Corey, the pride of the South Side, Donovan.
What a win by Corey Donovan in his debut. I'm excited for him, and Mike Kendall's going to get a couple words from our winner.
Corey Donovan, wow, man, coming out your first fight as an amateur in MMA. And man, you were crisp, man. You're very technical. Congratulations. You ground out a really, really tough fight with your opponent there and were able to finish it at the very end of the third and final round. What are your thoughts on this first fight of yours?
It was everything I expected and more. I would just be remiss if I didn't thank these guys right here. Everybody I've been training with this whole time. I lost my mom last January, and martial arts has been a big part of my life since my mom got sick. It really did save my life, so this is a culmination of that, and I can't thank everybody enough. This isn't me at all. It's all my teammates and everybody who came out to support me. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, man, you're a true prospect now. You're on the radar in amateur MMA. Congratulations. Corey, the pride of the South Side, Donovan.
This is a great first fight. He got to go almost the distance. He got the win, and he got a lot of things to work on.
Yeah,
I mean, that's great.
Completely agree, and he had to come from behind too. So
Exactly,
great learning
yeah.
experience in the debut.
Great debut fight. That's a coach's dream right there.
That was exciting, guys. These first two fights have set the bar high for Nemesis Fighting Alliance number 9 here at the Olympia Event Center.
And I love that they've all gone, a lot of minutes, and they both look exhausted. They're both even exhausted, though. They're pushing through. They're showing that they're to the heart and that they're in great shape.
Absolutely, guys. We got a couple more fights here. And I have to say, I want to see a knockout. I want to see a knockout. I want to hear these fans go crazy. I want to see these fans go crazy. I want to hear the eruption here at the Olympia Event Center. So I think we're going to send it up to Mike Kendall to get this third fight of the night going. I think we're waiting on one thing with the doctor, just checking out these guys.
Moving right along to our third bout of the evening. Please welcome, making his way to the NFA cage, Greg Lawhorn.
Greg Lawhorn's coming to us out of House of Pain. Said his fighting style is orthodox. He's searching for his first win as an Emmy, and his goals tonight: stay focused, stay calm, and pace himself. But he does believe his boxing will be the main difference in this as he goes against Toby Govillo.
Yeah, what Greg also said was he's going to fight till he can't fight no more. So I'm already setting the bar high for him to not quit. If he quits, I'm going to go have a little chit-chat and say he lied to me.
Yeah, that's fair. 100% fair.
But coming in with that 0-1 record, he's looking to make he's looking to get the win. I guess 0-4.
Yeah, he's listed 0-4-1 online, 0-1 here. Who knows? He comes from middle of Illinois, so a lot of those fights over there you never really know.
Middle of Illinois.
Illinois has kind of got a history of not always
questionable
reporting
at
them.
best.
Yeah, reporting their fights.
But these guys being at 205, obviously Greg coming in, a bigger guy, going to have a lot of power. So we all know it just takes one shot to turn the lights off.
Absolutely, and I mean, and Toby's a big, strong guy. So
Toby is big and strong, but that's a lot of muscle to move.
Yep.
And Mike Kendall's going to bring Toby out right now.
And now his opponent, making his way to the red corner, Toby Govillo.
Now, guys, Toby's been training for a long time. I know he's kind of bounced around from gyms here or there, but he does have a boxing, wrestling, and even a little bit of a jiu-jitsu background. And no nonsense, Toby walking straight to the cage with no music.
Let's say there's no music. I was about to say that. It's like, and he looks like he's ready to get in there and go.
He is. Toby is he's always been a physically a bigger man with a lot of muscle. And the problem with that is if you don't know how to use that, you're gonna be tired. So I think he's been around a while. Maybe he's figured it out. Let's see.
I was about to say that his past fights have shown sometimes he does gas, and that happens a lot with the big muscular guys.
Well, he said he's really dedicated to his camp this time, which he's been training mostly at Alton Family Martial Arts with Court Wall, Adam Marburger up there, and he believes strength and the power that he brings in will be the difference in this fight.
Absolutely. He's going to be looking to take someone's head off today. He's going to be looking to take Greg's head and knock it off of his shoulders. So this should be. I'm calling for that knockout I wanted to see.
Yeah, this one might not last long.
We'll see if you're Nostradamus.
Yeah.
Let me Google who that is.
Whoa!
Coming in with a lot of energy.
Yep.
Kind of scared me, boys.
I know, I was about to say something about Jordan being an encyclopedia again, and then it threw me off.
I know. See, here's the problem with our crew is Jordan's just so much smarter than all of us, but Mike Kendall is the voice. So let's send it to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA light heavyweight division, brought to you tonight by CBI Streetcars. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This boxer stands 5'10.5" tall, weighing in 200.7 pounds. He holds an 0-4 amateur record representing House of Pain. And fighting out of Decatur, Illinois, Greg Bone Crusher Lawhorn. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a striker, grappler, standing 5'11", weighing in 204.2 pounds. He holds a 1-4 amateur record with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Representing Alton Family Martial Arts and fighting out of Bunker Hill, Illinois, Toby Govillo. Your referee, Zach Tybris.
Toby's got a lot of energy here. He's going to need to kind of control that.
I'm betting he's going to go off to the races here shortly.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though, is he may come out with a game plan of, I'm going to finish this within the first minute of the fight.
There he goes.
Right hand, knee to the body. But Greg did a good job of just trying to tie him up and, let Toby freak out.
Well, we talked about it. It's been quite, that looked a little low. But we talked about his cardio's been in question, so why not let him go, hang on to him for a bit, see if he sputters out.
This actually works in Greg's Lawhorn's benefit here. Toby had all that momentum going forward. Now he's going to try to rebottle that and get going and basically restart. It's kind of like icing the kicker.
I don't think I've ever heard somebody say that somebody getting kicked low benefits them.
Well, he didn't get hit hard, let's be honest.
Love tap. Toby with a clinch here.
Yeah. Using that strength.
Greg just spins out of the way like a track star.
Toby's definitely showing he's the stronger of the two.
Big kick.
Greg wants out. Greg wants out.
Yeah.
He wants out.
I cannot fight until I cannot. I will not fight. I will fight until I cannot fight no more.
That's what he said.
Greg, we're having a talk. That outside leg kick that Toby landed, I think started all that. It was pretty solid, right on that part of that muscle that really. It kind of just like it's gonna hurt tomorrow.
And then right after that kick, like you're saying, Greg started turning his back. He started looking for the run, and then when he got overwhelmed, he looked for his way out.
When you get in that short range with a guy like Toby there, where you're in the phone booth and you're not able to move out of the way, I mean, any one of those shots can really hurt you there. And that body shot then the body shot started to crumple him, and then after that, he was just done.
Never fight a strong guy in the phone booth.
Yeah.
Greg appears to be okay. Well, it looks like there's some mouthing going on in the cage right now.
I think the Toby the corner of Lawhorn was complimenting Toby on his victory. I think Toby said thank you. He's just very aggressive talking because the music. Very, very polite stuff here.
I stand corrected.
Chris Guzman in there, always the man to wrap my hands. Now works for the state commission, keeping control.
Oh, referee kicking out the corners.
Yeah, that one did get a little heated. I see. I was reading some words there.
That's not what Adam said.
Gentlemen, your referee, Zach Tybris, called a stop to the fight. In just 48 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO, Toby Govillo.
And we do have to make a note that Toby did fall out of the cage earlier before the fight.
I wasn't sure we were going to bring that up, but yeah.
I'm bringing it up because
that's his second fight. Second fight of the night. He had to fight with the cage.
Kendall bring it up.
We were having a conversation whether this fight was even going to happen or not, man. You took an unfortunate spill out of the cage in warm-ups. You hurt your arm a little bit, but, man, you're a true gangster, bro. You came out here like, I am fighting tonight. No matter what's wrong with me, I'm going to fight this. I'm going to do this Congratulations, able to work out a very decisive, very fast win here in the first round. Give us your thoughts on the fight and how you're feeling.
I mean, I feel great. Like I said, I did take that spill. But my guys in my corner, you know who they are. I ain't gonna back down. That's all we do is we train hard. I got family, I got friends. I got my little girl out there. She ain't gonna see daddy fail. So that's what I'm doing. I'm winning.
Well, congratulations, man. Another win to the win column. Congratulations. Put your hands together. Toby Govillo.
Let this be a lesson to all inspiring MMA fighters. If you're in a cage, make sure the cage doors are locked.
Yeah, so like we were saying with Toby, he, every fighter gets in there, feels the cage around, and sees, what's going on. He bounced on the door that was not locked shut and fell out of the cage, down the steps, and onto the floor.
And this isn't pro wrestling, so we don't have padding outside the cage. So he hit concrete when he rolled out, too.
I'm glad he still fought because, that's a guy that's run under some hard luck. So good for him to come in and get this win.
Absolutely. Now the next bout of the night is my background. It's going to be a kickboxing fight. The part that's not my background is between two women. So every fight that NFA has had that has been women kickboxing has been a complete and utter slugfest. I look for this to really, really set that bar of action for the night.
Well, there's going to be some pressure on Allison, too, as Allison's actually the daughter of one of the coaches at Han MMA, Dave Greenlee.
Okay.
Now, he's their ground coach, and she's kickboxing, so I don't know how much he had to do with it, but still that pressure's always there when you're a coach's daughter or coach's son.
Absolutely. And both these girls are very, very green. Jenna Emery is 1-0. Allison is 0-0. So this should be a fun fight. And I look to kind of check out where the level of beginner kickboxing is at now.
Jenna's pretty well-rounded, and she's been in some tournaments and training consistently. She's very impressive for the experience level she's coming in with, just because of the level of training she has. Like, her knees are pretty devastating. We're going to see that tonight, I'm sure.
Now, this could have changed, but when I used to train with Allison, she's more of the push forward, head down, more like a Muay Thai kickboxer. So this could be a very fun style fight.
Yeah, you want your chin down, not your head down. You want to see where you're going, but I understand exactly what you're saying. As we get ready for this kickboxing bout, we're going to send it to Mike Kendall to bring down these two kickboxing ladies.
You guys notice how Adam throws an insult at me, then sends it to Mike Kendall right away, so I can't rebuttal.
Hey, you said head down, not chin down.
Hey, you take a shot on the forehead, break their hand. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't. I slip and move, and no, you can't touch lightning, Lance.
That's fair.
Jordan's tried, never hit me. Past 15 years, never once has he put his
Looking
hands
at him
on
right
me.
now, I think he's hitting you in his head. I'm not sure.
It's the only way he wins.
That's the only way he wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our fourth bout of the evening. This is a K1 kickboxing bout. Please welcome, making her way to the NFA cage, Jenna Emery.
The first thing I really noticed about Jenna Emery and it being a kickboxing match is she is tall. She is 5'10". That means she's going to have a significant reach. And being kickboxing, you got teep kicks, simple jabs, things like that really frustrate your opponent, take minimal energy, but they really are, they can be the difference maker.
Well, in her last fight, she showed she likes to work the body as well, and she claims that she loves throwing knees too, so we'll see how those work out in this fight as well.
It's long and rangy, and when you're long and rangy and you're in a stricter discipline that's more stand-up like Muay Thai, all the benefits are in your favor there, because Allison's going to have to get in to actually connect with anything really effective, and once you do that against a taller fighter, the danger there is the knees, obviously.
Yeah, and coming out of Maryville Muay Thai, they've been bringing up some very talented fighters lately, so I'm excited to see what Jenna's going to bring in. And Jordan, you said she's well-rounded.
Yeah,
I want to see what she has.
Yeah, Chad Miller, he does a really good job with his guys. Brings in a lot of people for seminars, too, to teach these guys stuff that he won't know. And seminars in that kind of world really upgrade a lot of people because they learn a lot. There's a lot of camaraderie built with that. They get a lot of experience from those guys. And whenever you're training just this strict discipline here, day in, day out, you can get good really quickly.
Well, and Jenna, they're showing the respect they have for the sport and the art as she comes out with the traditional headset. should have said traditional headdress before Adam corrects me.
Glad you said that.
And now her opponent making her way to the NFA cage, fighting out of the red corner, Allison Greenlee.
Now, Allison's been training for a little while. She did take a long break, though, to go to college and start her career.
That was one thing I found interesting. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Okay.
Is that in her note she said she last fought at 19 years old. She's listed as 27 now, but she said she's grown up a lot since her debut with her training approach. So someone with that kind of a layoff in time, like you said, she's a coach's daughter, so she's in the gym. It'll be interesting to see what she brings.
Well, maturity's a big thing. You know, it helps with your holding your emotions in and everything like that. So being older, maybe that'll help her with the anxiety and just getting in there and being able to fight smarter.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed from when I fought when I was younger than, and getting a little bit older, I didn't take a break, but is you start to understand that there's different aspects to the game, especially if you keep training. Like, let's say you go out there and you have a dominant performance where you knock someone out with one punch. You start realizing that, okay, I don't have that one punch anymore because everybody's getting better. As you're getting older, they're progressing, you're progressing. And with the sport in general, it's becoming more common to see the technical striking, not the sloppy bar fights that, when I first started kickboxing, that's what we had.
For 3 2-minute rounds in the K1 kickboxing bout, brought to you tonight by HKA USA. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this Muay Thai style fighter stands 5'10", weighing in 145 and 1/2 pounds. She holds an amateur record, 1 win, 1 defeat, with that win coming by way of knockout. Representing Maryville Muay Thai and fighting out of Collinsville, Illinois, Jenna Emery. Across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is an STX kickboxer standing 5'4", weighed in 145.4 pounds. She holds an amateur record, 0 wins, 1 defeat. Representing Han MMA in fighting out of Herculaneum, Missouri, Allison Greenlee. Your referee, Zach Tybris.
First thing I noticed is Jenna Emery has been smiling the entire time. I can't tell if Allison's smiling back at her, but that tells me these girls are about to have some fun.
Good show.
Oh, big right hand from Allison.
That's that. So that's that Eric Paulson Sticks kickboxing. Jenna answering
back,
back,
action
though.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Jenna's doing is getting in close with those knees, and I actually thought she would be the opposite, keeping that range.
Both these girls look like they came to fight.
Absolutely they did. I'm getting tired watching them.
Now they calmed down a bit. They had to get those jitters out.
Nice right hand from Jenna right there. Snuck through.
Oh.
Good counter right.
Nice right leg.
I've seen that traditional Muay Thai leg raise.
Yeah, what you guys will notice is the shin pads. That is because this is still an amateur fight, and both competitors can agree to either do shin pads or no shin pads. So it's really kind of their choice, and that's why you see sometimes a headgear, no headgear. It just depends on what they want to do.
Jenna looks like she's doing good in the clinch, but when she's out, she's doing that peekaboo, and Allison's timing with a straight right down the pipe.
Jenna really needs to use her distance and her range. She's not utilizing that reach at all.
I agree. She's letting Allison, who's shorter, get inside. It's letting her hit her. If she can use that range, she won't even be able to touch her.
Nice.
See those long teep kicks like that. That is going to be a key for her to get this win. Just under about 20 seconds now.
Good counter right there. Oh, good. That was almost a slap.
Nice little feint.
So, back in the day, we had a guy, Rashard Lovelace, who has since passed away, but he used to do a punch like that where it was almost like a hammer fist as you're standing up, and it was like he just basically used the bottom of his fist to get on that forehead.
He would do it a lot of times after a jab. He would wave the jab out there, show you the jab, so you look at that, and he would come down with that hammer fist. Yes, sir.
That was a good first round, guys. Allison had some good luck getting in there and landing some good shots. Ate a couple of those knees. None of them actually really like timed, hit perfect. They were grazing and nipping a little bit, but they all hit at the gas tank. It'll be interesting to see how Jenna comes out after getting further instruction from her coach, Chad Mueller. Here, probably I expect to see more range, more getting the jab going, more trying to back Allison up and keeping at her range while she has her on the fence.
Yeah, what Jenna did had glimpses of a great game plan where there was two teep kicks that landed toward the end of the round. I think she needs to keep that range, and when she's throwing her jab, her shoulders are kind of squared up, so she's really taking away about 3 or 4 inches off that jab. She needs to step into that and really stick that hard. But you're right, Allison did have a couple good, nice right hands that landed pretty solid.
Absolutely. Like I said, it looks like she's trying to time the peekaboo. But there you go. And so Jenna, see, what Jenna's doing good, though, is when Allison does get in, she's getting that clinch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Allison's waiting on Jenna's first movement and then engaging right away. So that's Jenna throwing those feints is going to help out a lot more.
Allison looks to be timing the kicks with a counter right hand. It just seems to be a little bit off. Nice counter jab right there. That was nice. Jenna's got some nice kicks. There doesn't seem to be a lot on them as she's throwing more volume than power.
Yeah, they're a little bit more of that traditional martial art kick. It's a little more flashy than if she could adjust that with a little more power, they would be very good.
Oh, nice right
That
hand
was
out of
good.
Jenna. And then right there, that was almost like that round into a side kick that kind of kept Allison off her.
One thing I don't like that Allison's doing is she's engaging and then she's stepping too far back. With Jenna being the longer fighter, she's kind of still staying in range.
Well, what she could do to make that work would be step all the way back and then just explode back in with a nice, easy, just something simple like a 1-2.
Well, this might be Jenna's first time in comp running into somebody who just doesn't care about your range. He's going to find a way in, going to make it ugly if they have to, and really test that gas tank that you need to figure out you're going to have in pacing for a fight like this.
Yeah, I definitely have to say I think Jenna is the more technical fighter here. But when you're fighting someone like Allison who's going to turn it into more of just a straight up brawl, it makes that very difficult to actually use your range and land like a pretty 1-2 rear leg round or some sort of technical combination. But good second round. I think Jenna won that round very clearly. She had, we didn't mention it, we were in the middle of saying something else, but she had a real short little right hook that kind of went over the top a little bit, beautifully on the chin.
You're kind of got that matchup of technique against power right now.
USA, whether you desire to simply get back into shape or you're searching for superior equipment for an upcoming fight camp, choose HKA.
Looks like it comes down to this round, guys.
I agree. I think if you're in the corner of Allison, you got to tell them to start turning your punches a little bit more straight and right down the middle. Because if you're going to time those kicks, you want that counter punch to come quick and fast. And one thing I always like to do, if they throw a rear leg to you, a right leg to your left side, counter it, throw that hard right, step into another 1-2, so it'd be like a 2-1-2, real fast, and you back them straight up. You back your opponent straight up. And on the counter here, I think Jenna needs to keep, same thing we've been saying is keep that range, get that distance, and keep Allison off of her.
It looks like she is. She's throwing a lot more of those. She's trying to throw the kicks to keep her off.
Yeah, and Allison's coming very aggressively. Nice teep kick. That right there could be the difference maker in this fight because that's going to turn that into a 10-8 round.
Yep. Yeah, they call it as a knockdown, so absolutely.
And you hear the corner of Jenna Emery saying, look low, go high. Oh, nice right hand. Jenna's really kind of getting better as the fight's going on.
Well, it looks like also Allison looks like she's running on fumes a bit. She's starting to slow down.
That could be the layoff. Not really,
Definitely.
remember. Oh, nice teep kick. That's another knockdown.
She's able to keep her range and finding it better this round.
Absolutely.
One thing that's always kind of random for them and hard to adjust is how much the ref will let them clinch when it comes to kickboxing. I think that was probably a big part of her game, and she's had to adjust.
Oh, big head kick out of Jenna Emery, but Allison walks right through it. Just to circle back on you, Jordan, you know, it depends on the rule sets because, you know, when I first started, we had full contact, we had international rules, and then we had Muay Thai. The difference was full contact was waist up, international was leg kicks, and Muay Thai was you had some clinching. Then it kind of switched to more of a K1 style where when you would clinch, you have to let go after one strike. So it depends on the rule sets, you know, of each match and kind of the clarity of how they specified that in the back. Ooh, good right hand out of Emery right there.
Yeah, Allison looks like she's trying to throw some calf kicks in there right now. But both girls look like they're starting to get a little tired.
I think Emery's going to look for the head kick right now.
I'd like to see Jenna kind of stay on Allison right now. Allison's looking like she's wearing down.
Yeah, Allison's definitely tired, but she is game as it comes, and she is pushing forward.
There she goes.
She heard that 10-second bell and went nuts.
Absolutely. These girls put on a show for the fans here at the Olympia Event Center in St. Charles, Missouri. What a kickboxing bout, guys. That was great.
Gentlemen, once again, the ladies definitely put on fireworks.
What did I tell you? I said any
did.
NFA women's kickboxing match is going to be good.
You definitely called it.
How about these fights out the gate, guys?
100%, man. You know, there's a lot of shows here in St. Louis where you do not get this quality of fights, especially in the first 4 fights have been all very good.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess you could say the Toby Govillo fight didn't really live up to expectations.
I was going to say, we had 3 really, really good distance fights, and then you had your fun brawl.
Yeah.
So we had a bit of everything.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 have been pretty good.
Yeah, both these women should be proud. Fun, exciting fight. Good show of respect by the corners. I always love seeing that.
And Mike Kendall is going to give us the official winner.
3 rounds of amateur K1 kickboxing. We go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges scored this bout 30-25 for your winner by unanimous decision, Jenna Emery.
Very nice win there by Jenna.
Yeah, you guys heard that scorecard, 30-25. That's because the 2 10-8 rounds, and Mike Kendall's going to get a few words.
Jenna Emery, congratulations, improving your record now to 2-1. Was your game plan out here tonight just to throw sheer volume and just get it all thrown at her?
Not exactly. I mean, we try and train in volume with combinations, but when you're in the cage, it's hard to do that. But I was just trying to do my best to listen to him.
Right on. It definitely paid off in this win. Congratulations. Anybody you'd like to thank out here tonight?
Yeah, of course. It takes a village, so I'll try to make this quick, but obviously I think you're good. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta thank Chad. You know, he's the artist, I'm just the canvas. I'd like to thank everyone here, my friends and gym family. And of course, I have to say thank you to my boyfriend, Dante. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much for driving me to weigh-ins, babysitting me while I have a water cut, and I love you.
Well, congratulations. Everyone put your hands together for your winner, Jenna Emery.
Jenna Emery with a big win. And I believe right now we're going to take a short intermission, guys. We will be back with some more great fights for Nemesis Fighting Alliance number 9.
Just a little bit late this evening, the NFA 9 official after party is going to be at the bracket room inside the Holiday Inn in Shreveport. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go to intermission, we have some t-shirts to give away, a whole bunch of them, a whole lot of them, and they are the memorial t-shirts for firefighter Polson, who passed away last month in the line of duty death. So if you guys want some shirts, make some noise. They're brought to you by Crystal Kramer with American Family Insurance and Domino's 5-Star. Who wants one? I don't think you guys want this free stuff. That was the least amount of effort to get a shirt I've ever seen in my life. That was awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this time we're going to take a 15-minute intermission. We'll be back with more NFA momentarily.
Let's go. 818, HOP, bet on me. You gon' see, ain't no thing, bitch, I'm on. Bitch, I'm kicking through the door. Yeah, 818, HOP, bet on me. Prodigy, when I hit the track, bitch, I'm gone. I'm gone. Yeah, homie G, the code MC, rolling deep to your vicinity. Yo. I just had an epiphany, I don't know what it did to me, but I'm hoping the devil doesn't get into me. Still a beast hoops, it is me, it's finna be off the chain with a brand new delivery. Try to get in my way, the feeling the rage, just sit in my brain, and then I blast you to smithereens. Nigga, please, I'll be damned if I'm thrown on the back burner. Fucking maniac purge at a rap server, the cat burglar who be committing mass murder. That's word at the G.O.D. Fucking the game from the P.O.V. Niggas begging, they bleed on knees, I'll be no peace, the D.O.G. I feed on beats, if niggas wanna die, they can lean on me. No bill with us, you P, I done built it up. You wishing you was on the field with us. I'm the ill nigga, no deal, look at me grill, niggas fucking with me, then I will erupt. Still, we must remain calm. Nate Palm in my dang palm, I'm a dark villain like Blaze Vaughn or Akon with a cape on. It ain't fun, you can't run. This is a horror flick your life is based on. I ain't gonna say that I'm running shit, that's the shit every rapper saying think about. Nigga just go in and look at the bank account. I just don't have enough patience to take it out. Niggas is hate now, I don't suffer from no paper drought. Always win is my favorite route. My whole life I just lay it out. Being around me's a blessing, so boy you should take a bow. Look, I'm about to make this bitch jump. Watch me. Take a look, watch me. I'ma shut shit down. Watch. I'm about to make this bitch jump. Watch me. Check me out. Watch me. Bitch, I'm kicking through the door. Let's go. 818, HOP, bet on me. You gon' see, ain't no thing, bitch, I'm on. Bitch, I'm kicking through the door. Yeah, 818, HOP, bet on me. Prodigy, when I hit the track, bitch, I'm gone. Coming up, nigga said he can't go far. I cut through like a relay go-kart. I give it to you like a B-Day postcard. Killing shit with my nigga DJ Romar. You know you made it when they claim you overrated. Flow was slaying, cultivated way back in the golden ages. Now I got hoes from here to Copenhagen like damn. You don't even know where that's at. Back, cause I'm a class actor, Mad Max. I'm mental hazmat, looking for a jackass to spaz at. I'm turning you niggas into my lab rats. Hashtag fuck you, man. And I don't piece with a nut and a bow screwed in. Don't care what coat you in. I'm A-wall like a deep Trump's new plan. I be giving you some more action, more thrashing, no fashion, hoe slapping, throat slashing. Hitting you harder than a collision with a semi. The windshield busting and you throw past it. I'm the maniac and yo addict, nomadic, toe tagging. Oh, that's my dick, you should blow at it. I don't really give a fuck about your feelings. You can cry me a river cause I'm a dog and you know that shit. Clearly there's a devil on my shoulder with an angel, but they don't go back and forth. We are all in agreement in knowing just what I am rapping for. Just smashing horse, give me asking Lord. That's all I'm asking, Lord. I can fit the women inside of my black Accord and we can speed through the night, let's a crash of course. I may need to see a psychiatric ward, so let's go. I'm about to make this bitch jump. Watch me. Take a look. Watch me. I'ma shut shit down. Watch. I'm about to make this bitch jump. Watch me. Check me out. Watch me. Bitch, I'm kicking through the door. Let's go. 818, HOP, bet on me. You gon' see, ain't no thing, bitch, I'm on. Bitch, I'm kicking through the door. Yeah, 818, HOP, bet on me. Prodigy, when I hit the track, bitch, I'm gone. Yeah.
Just a reminder, there are Ben Polson Memorial T-shirts, the ones that we were throwing out. If you guys really want one, they are selling them here tonight. All the proceeds go directly to erect a firefighter Ben Polson Memorial Highway sign and to create a memorial at the St. Louis City Firefighter Department. To purchase your wristbands and your shirts and all that stuff, head back to the booth located right by the front door, and they'll get you guys set up. Please do what you can to support the Ben Polson Memorial.
Talk every single time I come in. No, I gotta do it. Yes, I gotta do it. And I gotta kill him. And I gotta hit him. Yes, you know when. Gotta beat him stupid. Only got 41 seconds as a given. Every second, you gotta use it. Side button, blew it in. I can't get a microphone and I make him lose it. And I make jump in the back. Up. She in the back of the truck. Little mommy wanna. And she really wanna. When I finish with it, then we go in the back of the club. And we do this big game in pronto. The better the booty to beat it like a bongo. Banging on the like a name Alonzo. Head game crazy. The head honcho. Man, cause I think it's now we think he macho. Somebody that they call a cops here before we run up inside of that little condo. Put them in the box, in the cargo. Shut it down, fake. Throw a bottle and you shut it mouth. Come and follow, then you stand up on the couch. Let us swallow, no, we in the house. He's cold.
10031, that's what my zip is. Live in high Ireland, up in the trenches. Walk through a bodega like I ain't got riches. Walk through a bodega like I ain't got.
Come on.
Don't do it for the haters, I do it for the. My flow out, cater, I kill rap. Y'all nowadays are sweet. Soon as you get famous, they wanna ask kiss. Only thing that I'm missing is hope first. I get the feeling they want the offer. Cocaine Castle, Hood, Poper. Got a question to ask you, do you know Fern? Do you know that I come from where the toast burn? New York, on 1/4. All hungry, ham up on the corner. These gangsta lean, they never sober. Went from being in the streets to run a culture. I never been at the weed by half, bruh. Who that chicken mother with the clothes, bruh? I finna kill these mother with the flow, bruh. I'm the best in the game with the flow, bruh. In New York, I merely rock to Magnolia. I love the East, but shout out to every coast, bruh. South to North, and even West Coast, bruh.
Blacking like I'm fresh about retirement. My flow still monumental, mental. Couldn't ride an instrumental, but they riding. I set the standards for requirements, so called the firemen. Just me, myself, and now the world is mine. I put the eye in his posse too clean. His diamonds like tear. His skin too clear. His gon' stare. So mind your biz. How they find the time for mine? I find these college chicks for top of college lips. Oh my, oh my. Running like you want it. Running like it's stolen. Running like I'm going. Running, pitch it like I'm bowling. In my city, gangs running in the city. Load a semi for the chitty bang. Flocko, Fergie, Frenchie with the biddies. Hit up Remy for the pretty gang.
Lately I feel like a Beatle. I'm Paulie McCartney, just rocking Moschino, Moscato, or Pinot. I got some to hop in a Regal, phenomenal deep throat. I'm more Ali than Muhammad. My noodles was ramen. Go Google my diamonds. I got some shooters in college. I feel like a coach. I'm recruiting to sign them. Look, I still be moving in silence. I'm balling in blue like I'm hooping in Dallas. I don't play for no Mavericks. You need to think who gon' pay for your casket. Ignorant bastard, but I'm still conscious enough to give hope to the masses. Watch the coke do gymnastics. Dominique Dawes is pouring my car when I'm mashing.
Chain busting it down, wrist busting it down, yo busting it down. Rap game up now. I could be a jeweler, neck like Slick the Ruler. Comedy, talking fast like Bone Thugs and Harmony. KRS-One, big L flows. Son of a gun with the mother low. Hair on my wrist is a P1. Made more money than E1. One time change, 2 time yams. Get the money slide like a violin. You know my stacks almost home. You know we run the East Coast on.
In the kitchen culinary, I could whip a Bloody Mary. And I wish that blood had dead me. I'ma get your brother buried. Gang banging with your halo. Business on the payphone. Drying up like Taz's angel, never was a client, cause that boy ain't buying it. And I got a bottom, my talk come on consignment. Step up from the minor league, double M the dynasty. No, I never sold dope, I just got me a finder's fee. Following my frequency, rapping week to week. Suckers be so weak to me. Text but don't speak to me. You can never speak for me. See the BI chemistry. Check into the crazy house. I'ma turn the labels out.
Run it up, run it up. Run it up, run it up. Remix. If we can touch on the sun, it's up all of you. Get wrong with the up. This that East Coast motherfucker. But I know this West Coast.
10/20 was my date of birth. The day I came to earth. Bottle sipping, love to burp. Young, that's doing dirt. Long Beach across my shirt. All y'all don't get murked. What the f is you talking about? Me and Fur, we gon' put in work. Bang on your game, coach, you out of this world. It's all on the she a blood or she a crip. Don't slip, think not. On the block where it's hot. Legalize with the nines. Give a f about a cop. Real shit. This is it, from the bottom to the bay. This is anybody K. California all day. Yes, sir, on the curb, Mossberg by the van. Little homies on the roof with the blam, blam, blam. Long Beach, popping pill on them. I've been working so hard. Get your bail on, I've been working so hard. What to sell some, I've been working so hard. Welcome to the hell zone. Run it up, 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 run it up. If we can touch on the sun, it's up all of you. Get wrong with the up. This that East Coast motherfucker. Call me Mr. East Coast motherfucker.
in the hearts of the men that wanna clap when it pop off. No excuses, all applause. Revolution, all the sauce. Restitution ain't solution for the lives that had been lost. By the time you hear this song, there'll be plenty niggas on. Time my sis be under grass while the killers be at home. Now my dealers keep that chrome and my pimp niggas keep them hoes. I'm gon' keep on pushing this pen. I don't write on no iPhone. Alright, I'm old fashioned, but my style cannot be cloned. Timeless classics on you bastards, Jedi rap shit all day long.
If you looking for the real, you know exactly who to come and get. Watch how you approach me, homie, miss me with that sucker shit. Hanging out the window like a Malcolm with the yapper. If I said it, then I meant it. Ain't apologizing, partner, that's some real shit. They said they looking for the real. Said the music lacking feeling. Well, this is something they can feel.
Rolling in the coupe, Jam and Dre and Snoop. Niggas know that I'm moving through the hood in my hoopty-hoo. Fuck around, nigga, I might shoot. Get your ass spent to fuck around like a hula hoop. I play the block in a foolish coupe. Ooh, tell 'em fella, them pussy niggas just hella jealous. They hella yellow. They talking tough, but they mellow yellow. You catch them slipping, what's happening, fella? Watch they ass go Helen Keller. Can't hear, can't see, can't tell them. Lord have mercy, I done prayed so many days for y'all to try. I've been waiting to buy you flowers, sending your mama, let her cry. I bought a new AK today and I'm so happy. I might bust it on you busters here in traffic.
Main man, nobody be me. Main man, nobody be me. Main man, nobody be me. Main man, nobody. I'm terrible. Words that I spill will lift niggas out of graves while I kill at will. Frozen like ice cubes, chipped like bricks. 2 to your chest, 5 to your hip. Dirty to your homies, everybody left. But understand exactly why you shouldn't fuck with us. I looked at the homies like anybody else. Fuck saving your homies, nigga, you need to save yourself. Main man, nobody be me. Main man, nobody be me. Main man, nobody be me. Yeah. Main man, nobody be me. Look.
Let me say something. When you was growing up and your grandmama had plastic on the couch, I know all y'all grandmama had that plastic on the couch. You know why y'all grandmama had that plastic on the couch? Because your grandmama was a squirter.
Tech 9, Planet 2018.
This is tribal, stick is rival. In the mouth with a right blow, then you get this pyro. Young punk better lie low somewhere, probably up in Cairo with a Bible and a psycho. When I give a hit a lipo with a knife, go with the quickness. You so full of business, you trip flipping on chicks, but a B-boy make 'em wanna shoot bricks. This is everything out your lips is fictitious. Here, messes made me mad as Mozzie. Man, the motive must been made on Molly. Miller maximize a mess, but I'm riding up Malcolm X and I'm more the man whose mama's Marty. Better be cool, I'ma lead you to the beef fools that'll greet you with a block, I leave you in a cup enough talking fecal.
Strange music. Strange rain.
Attention, please. All cage side officials, please report cage side. All cage side officials, please report cage side at this time.
I feel your energy, hey, it's coming through. Took me a century, hey, to get next to you. Plus made some enemies, hey, invested in you. So I feel your energy, invested pursue.
I never read the 48 line. The power of the dissy make a grown man cry. The day I came upon my mama, I saw a grown man cry. They say it has magic powers, even magic ain't die. Wake you out your sleep and take a 3 a.m. car ride. He said the booty, only thing between him and God. They love the booty, sacrifice their family and job. Badge make police feel powerful in the hood. Guns make us feel powerful, but they don't do no good. I know my blackness powerful and they don't like that. I know some niggas so dead, sit back and watch them tap dance. Bombs over Baghdad to have a flag to brag about. Don't make you a big boy, cause you got a nice stack. Carolina home, boy, you know we keep a stack house. It's power when you know the game, I'm feeling like a champ now. I went to rap, homie, get out the trap house. I want the power to be able to rap about what I rap about. Black child, God-loving textiles, point blank, death smile, Steph Curry projectile. I saw the goal from 8 Mile. Every stone you threw, I picked it up and built a powerhouse. Caught a case, I got murder in my profile. Niggas still billing me, see that's just the appeal of me. Respect on my name, why y'all niggas so emotional? Power.
I feel your energy, hey, it's coming through. Took me a century, hey, to get next to you. Plus made some enemies, hey, invested in you. So I feel your energy, invested pursue.
Power up with the word, I got it from my God. He said a good shepherd don't trip over what they heard. Let them talk the talk until the night you choose to go and purge. I came in when the rest of you struggled and failed to flourish. Conversations with the blurs. She said I'm good as herbs. Get them high from the hood to the suburbs. No one can take your power even if a storm occurred. It ain't man-made, but whether or not you pay don't help or hurt. It's a perk. Jam the squad written on my shirt. I got a lane, but all the lines around me dotted. I can merge. I can do what you can, but you can't do the same with words as I. That watch my street cred go multiply. They say the streets respect the real ones. The one is really I. It's just me and young blood. It's where I get all of my power. The night I got a chain from Mr. Flyers, I gave it back when I got done
about power. Let's talk about yours and ours to pay the allowance. Let's talk about 100,000 kids raving and bouncing, craving and drowning in words the day I pronounce it. Let's talk about power. Let's talk about doers and donors. The house I built when I was homeless and sleeping in corners, sharing Coronas and Blackie Miles, donuts and El Caminos, talking loud, scraping and combing, residue every morning. Talk about legacy. Let's talk about the life of celebrity versus integrity. Curse the first one that thirsts for necessity, searching for equity versus the earth that birthed us indefinitely. First the verse I wrote in jeopardy, surfing the laws of the universe and destiny. Church and a God is all that's ever been ahead of me. Let's talk about my power, the golden showers, running to be on your cameras and store counters. He's bananas, competitive, we can dance. Seize the damage, no more for it, beat his pants. My second LP had real niggas on POTUS lawn. My 7 trophies is at my granny's in heaven's arms. I'm in Jamaica like Wagwan, my feet is out. My hair is long and patois coming from my mouth. Me, I go outdoors, time to bless up area. Rude boy, me, I worry about it fearless. I shot niggas and shot movies 10 years later. Dear God, why you show me so much favor? Amongst the haters and wickedness, deliver this child from evil convictions and frivolous debates about who's the permanent MC of the millennium. And it's all for the Benjamins, and I'm all of y'all Nemesis, and I'm all in all happy, none of y'all can fathom who Kendrick is. The only one that ever did wrote Book of Genesis, motherfucker, that's power.
Holler at me when you get this message, though. Holler at me. It's important. Holler at me. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. I got a new toy. Got a brand new toy. So you know I'm getting ready to do it, baby.
All right, guys, we are back here from a quick little break for Nemesis Fighting Alliance number 9. Guys, first part of the card has been impressive.
Yeah, it was really entertaining. Not only impressive, but entertaining.
Absolutely. I think it showed some pretty good skill sets, and I look forward to see what this next fight's going to bring. So we're going to send it up to Mike Kendall to get us going.
St. Charles, you ready for some more MMA? On now to our 5th bout of the evening. Please welcome, making his way to the NFA cage, Tristan Craig.
All right, guys, we're starting off this next set of fights with Tristan Craig coming out. You know, he's got an 0-0 record, but he does have a lot of kickboxing experience. He's won a couple IKF tournaments. And when we asked him who some of his favorite fighters were, he said there's too many to name. By that, he just wanted to say it was me, Adam Sella, and he didn't want to, you know, make Jordan Dowdy feel bad. But I have to say he's been working on his wrestling. He's been working on all his skill sets. But I look for him to be a stand-up fighter.
Well, and by all appearances on the preemptive paperwork and info we got on him, it's his debut. But he's also an athlete. He played high school football and track and even ran a bit of track in college. And if you can run track in college, you're a pretty good athlete, that's for sure.
But you gentlemen are missing the most important part. He also mentors young kids, as he's part of the Boys and Girls Club.
That's always good. It says a lot about his character.
Absolutely.
And to Jordan's point, this dude's an athlete. You know, like, we always talk about that, you know, you've got a skill set, but when you're athletic, everything seems to come a little bit easier to you. And with that being said, I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the cage. Obviously an athletic, in-shape young man with a little bit of kickboxing background.
He's taking the moment in right now.
Absolutely. That circle he's standing on says where it all begins.
Well, you only make your amateur debut once.
Oh, they're looking for a cut. Did you forget something?
Oh. Well, sometimes with debuts that happens also.
I've only seen one time someone forgot a cup. I don't know if it's a cup or maybe long fingernails or something of the sort.
We had once Malcolm Smith forgot his cup.
It's a good thing they checked in.
So it does happen.
I've seen it a couple times. They're going to have to run a good ways to get to the locker room, though. So
Yep, one negative about big buildings. Takes a long time to get to the other end.
And I see him over there kind of messing with the shorts. I think he bought the shorts when he was a little bit thicker, and now that he's trimmed up and in shape, ready for fight night, they're just a little bit baggy. So we got trying to tape him on there a little bit. You see Craig Nasello over there.
Weight cut problems.
I gotta say, Craig Nasello is a very good cut man. Not my favorite. Sometimes his breath is a little unfavorable, but he's a very good cut man when it comes to that part.
He doesn't like my new hair either, so he's automatically on my.
I don't like your new hair.
I don't think you like my old hair, so that's fine.
I don't like anything about you.
I figured that.
No, Lance, I specifically asked for you to be here. All right, here we go. Let's get this going.
Gotta get the feeling back.
Money know I'm straight.
And now his opponent making his way to the red corner, Ray Hayes.
Ray Hayes is very young. He's only 20 years old. Got a record of 1-0. And what I did notice is that he's more of a boxer. So I'm looking at these guys to stand and trade, but I gotta say, is he gonna be ready for the kicks?
We'll see. He's definitely coming into box because his 3 keys to victory are to hit him hard, hit him fast, and don't get hit. The art of hitting and not being hit. Said more in boxing usually than martial arts because you're going to take a licking somewhere. But we're going to see what kind of approach is going to happen with this athlete over here in Tristan Craig.
He also made his amateur debut with us at NFA 8, or 7 actually. Sorry, I correct myself. NFA 7 in Farmington.
That was a really good, surprising card.
Yeah, and here's the deal: is his one fight went to a decision and he got the win. So we already know he's in shape, and that's proven. He's in shape. He's ready to go all 3 rounds. Obviously, everybody looks to get that finish and have an early, easy night. But we do know that his conditioning is there if he needs it.
And he says he expects no nerves after the debut. The debut that Lance is talking about, he fought a guy that was 6'8", 6'9". Can't think of his name off the top of my head, but very tall, very long, and that was a back and forth fight. He's looking at a stylistically different opponent here, so I'll be interested to see what this will do because Tristan looks explosive to me compared to the long and lanky fight he had the last time. So we'll see what Ray's going to bring to him.
Well, he does want to bring that constant pressure, but you hit the nail on the head. He's obviously an explosive individual. His background is, says just that. You do multiple sports. You're probably a good athlete. You're probably pretty explosive, pretty fast. But I guess we're about to see if our predictions are correct.
I mean, look at his calves. Those are explosive calves.
Yes.
I bet you a fresh $1 this will be a good fight, too.
Gentlemen, this is our 5th bout of the evening and is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA lightweight division. Brought to you tonight by Prime Health Centers. And now introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'8", weighed in 156 pounds. Tonight he's making his amateur debut. Representing Presidential Fitness and fighting out of Springfield, Illinois, Tristan Craig. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a boxer standing 6'1", weighed in 155 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 1 win, 0 defeats. Representing Parabellum and fighting out of Eldridge, Missouri, Ray Sweet Baby Hayes. Your referee, Tim Francis.
One thing I've never seen is Ray Hayes' shorts have St. Louis Cardinals on them. I guess those are pretty custom.
Nice. Huh.
Guys touch the gloves. One thing you can tell is the height difference. Again, we go back to that reach and things like that. Let's see if he's going to be able to use that.
Well, he's trying to use the jab, so he's trying to use it right now. Doing a little wave jab too. Trying to get his eye contact up.
Ooh,
that sounded good.
There's that explosiveness, Jordan. Nice jab out of Ray right there.
Throwing some kicks, but he needs to set those up.
Right hand just misses out of Ray Hayes.
I like the busy lead hand coming out of Ray Hayes here.
Yeah, that always upsets. You know, it upsets that momentum or that.
Well, Tristan's really pawing at it, so he can really set up the lead hook off of this. If you watch this here, every time he's throwing that lead hand, he's parrying it. This almost the exact same way.
Yeah, Tristan looks like he's just sitting there trying to wait for that big shot.
Yeah, he happens to be just coming up a little bit short. I think he's having a hard time adjusting with that range. Every punch he threw is, 6 inches short.
Grabbed
but now
it, sprinted to the wall.
Closes that range with a nice takedown right there.
I'll say this for Tristan, though, for a debut, that was a lot of patience out the gate.
100%.
Looking to trap that arm behind his back. It's gone now.
Ray Hayes locked up body triangle shortly for a quick second right there.
Yeah, again, as I was preaching earlier, Tristan needs to get those hands off the mat.
Ray's going to need to try to get his back to the cage and wall walk up. Or he's looking for a, there he goes. Got the underhook standing straight up. Knees
Nice
to the body.
Oh,
beautiful knee to the body. Nice.
Another one.
Second one hurt him too.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely switched position. You could tell that
Nice
definitely
work
hurt.
there by Hayes.
Tristan snatches up for a single. Drop down to
neck
almost
tie.
a Darce choke right
Gator,
there.
almost a gator roll.
He needs to get the
Yeah,
leg.
tie.
He's
Yep.
got it.
It looks good if he can
good.
keep walking.
Ooh, that's deep. That is deep.
There's the tap. There's the tap. Ray Hayes with a big win. He looked good too. Composed, looked great.
Long arms, long legs, threaded that. Entered into it, trapped the leg, secured the win. That was really nice performance.
He looked like the more experienced fighter. He really did. I mean, he showed that he had that fight already in him. Well, like you guys said too, his first fight it was a marathon. So.
Yeah, and the thing with Tristan, being his first fight, these guys showed composure, they showed skill, they showed patience. That was good. It shows the level of these amateurs that the NFA brings in and the way they work them up in the card.
Yeah, he's just the experience in grappling for him wasn't where it was for Ray Hayes. That was the difference for sure.
Yeah, and being long and lanky like that, he locked up that Darce choke, and once he got the lock, it was on. So there's just one thing left to do, and we send up to Mike Kendall to make it official, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Tim Francis, called the stop of the fight. 2 minutes, 18 seconds in the very first round, declaring your winner by tap out due to Darce choke, Ray Sweet Baby Hayes. Sweet Baby Hayes, congratulations, man, improving your amateur record to 2-0 now. Man, that's got to feel great. That was a sick choke that you threw on there. Give us your thoughts.
Hey, I practice this thing every single day, twice a day, 3 times a day with Colton. It's an all-around thing. I went to sleep in the hotel last night. I woke up, my little brother next to me. I said, 45 seconds first round at the Darce. I dreamt that. Just like Connor said, if you're courage enough to believe it and you got courage enough to say it, it will happen.
You spoke it into existence, man, and it definitely paid dividends for you. Anybody you'd like to thank out here tonight?
My coach Colton, Todd for running the gym, my little brother, Andrew Young, all my training partners, my family, and my mom and dad up there.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time. Ray Sweet Baby Hayes.
Congrats to Ray Hayes, moving to 2-0.
Ray Hayes looked good. He's one of those guys that got my attention, and I think we can say he has potential to take this take this further, and I want to see what his future holds.
Yeah, I agree. For his second fight, he looked really good.
He did. Looked real good.
Definitely in his first fight, there was a lot of weird grappling exchanges, probably from the height of the guy he was competing against there, but it seemed like they really polished up a lot of those areas in this one, and when he got a hold of that, it was done. He secured it quickly.
Also, I give props to Tristan, though. He held into that for a long time. That looked deep, and he was trying to hang in as long as he could.
You know, although it was quick, another good fight from the NFA cage tonight. This night's turning out to be a good start to the new year.
New year, new venue, same good fights.
Absolutely.
Got a pair of featherweight AMI fights back-to-back coming up now. On paper, these look competitive too.
When the NFA cage, Gabe Corson.
Nice walkout song here. Gabe Corson coming to us out of Absolute Martial Arts with a fighting style of boxing and wrestling. Currently has a record of 1-1.
That one win does come by submission win with an armbar.
And he trains with Irfan Mulabativanic. I've probably said his last name right. Not sure, but Irfan is very talented. Very skilled striker, also purple belt in jiu-jitsu. The thing about Gabe is he also was a high school state qualifier for wrestling and a BJJ blue belt. So probably a very grappling heavy fight coming forward here, but you never know. He might be working on a stand-up. He's claiming boxing.
Well, like Adam said about the arm bars, his last two fights, he threw up a lot of arm bars. Though sometimes, he did throw. It seemed like he kind of rushed them, got himself in a bad position. So let's see if he's kind of improved on that. Maybe not rushing submissions as much.
Said he's added more time for strength conditioning and boxing. We'll see how much of the boxing gets put into play here.
And if I recall, his loss was a decision loss, wasn't it?
I believe so.
So that so he's got full fight experience there too, going the distance.
22 years old.
And he does say, Gabe does say his diet and his dieting and workout regimens are very, very strict. That probably comes from his 11 years. He says in combat sports, I'm going to say it's probably 11 years mostly with just wrestling. But that's, wrestlers have a different mindset. They're mentally strong.
It's a great foundation.
Plus, you got to make that 145 weight limit too.
And now his opponent making his way to the NFA cage, Gregory Inman.
Gregory Inman says he's a freestyle fighter. He's 2-0 with 2 wins by submission. So with 2 wins by submission and his opponent has the 1 win by submission, I'm excited to see if this goes to the ground.
Well, teammate Ray Hayes has just competed right ahead of him. They're both out of Parabellum. And we saw a slick submission in the previous fight, and this looks like it could be grappling heavy, very submission based as well, but maybe they'll surprise us, negate each other, and end up standing.
A lot of times that always happens. Parabellum Fight Team, they've proven that they do have a skillful team. They've got good coaches. And one thing that Greg said was, this is his passion. He said, I don't care if I win, lose, or draw. I'm coming out there and always trying to show the best version of myself. So I believe mentally he's ready to rock and roll. And this should be a great featherweight bout in the NFA division.
Yeah, like you said, this was his dream. He stayed out of the crowds. He said he didn't have a whole lot of friends per se growing up because they didn't want to focus on dreams. He wanted to focus on his dream being an MMA fighter. Now he's doing his part to live it. He looks excited to get in there too. It does look like there's a slight size advantage to Gabe.
Yeah, that's what I was physically looking at. On paper, they look about the same, but looking at it, it looks like, Gabe's just a little bit bigger.
He's Probably why Gabe has to be so strict.
Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA featherweight division, brought to you tonight by Impact Mouth Guards. And now introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler stands 5'8", weighed in 145.7 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 1 win, 1 defeat. That win coming by way of submission. Representing Absolute Martial Arts and fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Gabe Corson. His opponent across the cage to my left, fighting out of the red corner is a freestyle fighter, standing 5'8", weighed in 145 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 2 wins, 0 defeats, with both wins coming by way of submission. Representing Parabellum and fighting out of Waynesville, Missouri, Gregory, the Outcast Inman. Your referee, Zach Tigris.
Here we go, guys. I actually think that Gabe's going to come out and pump a jab and then look for that takedown. Ooh, nice inside leg kick. I was wrong.
He was your typical wrestler during the beginning.
Ooh, big right hand.
Nice
wow,
bombs.
Gabe throwing some bombs. Nice
Said he wanted to use his boxing.
Well, he's kicking.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, there's a tie-up.
Used those strikes to get in and got stuck with a little bit of a got an underhook there. I can't tell if the other side's both double unders. Nice knees.
Double unders. Yeah, he's got double unders right now. And a break.
Disengages.
Well, the whole time before the fight started, Gabe would not stop moving. So he's going to be full of energy.
Ooh,
oh,
big right,
dropped
big
him,
right
dropped
hand
him.
drops him. Ooh, up kick.
Nice. Gotta watch those. Control the feet.
He lets him up. He lets him up. I bet a big right hand's coming.
Look for that softball uppercut. Good
body
body.
shots. I really
High
like
low.
how Gabe's
Body.
going. You know,
Oh,
head
there
body,
it is
head
again.
body. Rocked him with that one again.
He's hurt.
The referee's going to step in here if this if Greg doesn't start showing a little defense.
Nice little outside trip.
Greg.
See, and that's just the wrestler in you. Even though he's winning the striking exchanges, sometimes it's just there and you can't help yourself. Moves the mount
It's
here.
almost a mercy trip in a way.
Trying to
wait,
lock
wait,
up a
wow.
leg.
Wait a minute.
I don't think we can do heel hooks, though.
Can't
so
do
we
heel
gotta
hooks.
be careful.
Gotta be straight.
And I actually like that rule. Yes, it limits you, but it saves the fighter.
Well, especially at the amateur level.
Knees to the body.
You don't ruin your career before it starts.
You know, right here, Gabe is showing a lot of, variety in his strikes. He's going body, body, head. A lot of times you don't see that in these amateur levels.
No, they focus too much on head hunting.
Greg's surviving, though.
I just wonder if he can keep this pace up for, another round if need be. We're less than a minute in the first round to go.
It looks like he's starting to slow it down a bit.
Well, Greg Inman is definitely showing that he is extremely tough.
Oh,
Greg
yeah.
is weathering that storm. He absolutely is.
Just going to say, he had every opportunity to ask out, and he's like, nope, no thank you. Still in it.
And that's somebody that won't quit.
Big right hand sneaks through. Oh, that power. Is that a power? Nope. Hard to see where I was at. I thought he was going for that guillotine. But a lot of these wrestlers will avoid the guillotine and just do like a front headlock position. That wrestling sprawl right there.
Good wrist control there, though. Get back up.
What a first round for Gabe Corson here. I wouldn't give it a 10-8 round, but I can see if one of the judges do.
Gabe Corson looking very polished there. His striking looked really explosive, really good. Going high, going low, back up to the head. And Greg Ingman just hanging in there like this and staying tough. Guys like this, man, might be able to stay in long enough, get a second win back. And if Gabe starts to fade, he may surprise you.
Absolutely. Now, would either of you guys give this a 10-8 round? I mean, he was close. I say he was close to a finish a couple times, but I mean,
and he did drop him.
He did absolutely.
I mean, yeah, I would be fine with the 10-8 rounds.
Dropped him, got the mount. But
yeah.
Here's the thing. Greg got out of those positions. So.
But Gabe did also control every aspect. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, the 10-8 round, I would.
Well,
They're hard to get, though. They are hard to get.
Yeah, but I'm anxious to see Greg Inman here. Gabe Corson's, conditioning, if he's going to be able to keep that pace up again.
He's breathing heavy, but, wrestlers can recharge pretty quick.
Nice switch kick right there to the body.
I want to point out Greg's looking very composed after what he went through.
Nice outside leg kick.
In between rounds, he went to the wrong corner and looked a little confused. But he's looking like he's back in it.
Oh,
good
nice
sweep.
takedown. Beautiful takedown right into side control.
This is where he needs to be patient, not rush anything.
Greg needs to get his hips away and start trying to get that guard back.
Greg throwing some knees from the bottom. Waited for him to shrimp in and then started lighting his face up.
See, Gabe's got that arm around the backside, which was, stopping him from actually getting out and getting that and shrimping back in to get that guard back.
Good little front roll.
This is frustrating when you got a heavy wrestler on top of you, and they're almost letting you move like a wet blanket.
Gave up his back
He
there
rushed
coming
that,
out.
yeah.
He did. I was not a fan of that.
He only had one hook in when he did that.
But Gabe ends up on top here.
Let's see if Gabe can turn this round around. Round.
Now this is where Gabe needs to be patient and work for something and trying to change his fight around.
Yeah, he's trying to pass that guard, try to get to mount.
It's like the fight's not over. You don't need to rush yet. You've lost one round, but you need to make a statement this round, though.
He had the open guard step over to mount if he wanted to. There he goes, gets that mount, going to stretch him out.
Leg binding.
Now it's a high mount.
Yeah, it's a very high mount against that cage. Takes the back.
Oh, there we
he's
go.
looking for a
Hooks
choke.
in. He's got his hooks in, yep.
So this is where the wrestling is not the best because you're not used to being on your back, so it's very unfamiliar territory. But I look at Gabe Corson to explode and turn into him and then be back into Greg Inman's
He's trying to use his leg to trap that arm.
Looks like he's getting it too.
Yep.
Now it opens
There
up
we
for
go.
that choke. He's got the choke in
Got his
there.
hand on that shoulder.
Yeah, but
you can choke somebody out like that.
Oh, there it is. He's getting in.
Gotta get that. He's prying the wrong arm.
He's
Gabe did a great job of getting that hand in there.
Absolutely, but Greg Inman, I'm going to give him the credit right here for getting this position. He's got the arm trapped.
Well, and again, that bounce back from having a rough round to now being able to keep your composure and push through it.
And then he look, that's beautiful. He's short time.
Now I'd be okay with him rushing something here. Obviously.
He's got the choke.
Can you hold on?
Time is up. He's out. Oh, I thought.
Oh, I did.
He
He looked like he was out. You're not
From
wrong.
the view we had, he looked like he was sleeping.
I think he was just relaxing.
What a round by Greg Inman.
Yeah.
Definitely won that round. I think he needs to finish to get the win.
Man, this is a night where it's really fun to do this.
It is. There's a lot of times, the fights are, and they happen where they're real quick, and it's not an uneven match. Just one punch puts someone lights out or something like that, and it happens all night. This is another great fight.
The way Greg turned that around, and he just kind of ran out of time. Gabe got his hand up there to defend that second hand from coming up and actually pulling that choke across. That's what saved him in that moment.
They're really shaking out Gabe's arms, and he looks like he's having a hard time breathing to where Greg's looking composed, short breaths. But again, though, we know wrestlers can usually recharge pretty quick. So.
Yeah. Or they just don't care and do it anyway,
Fair. Also fair. It's that, they don't know better.
I'll deal with this tiredness later.
Yeah, I think Gabe Corson's going to have to come out and land some of those big shots right now because Greg Inman's coming out. He knows what he's got to do.
Anybody's fight now.
Good inside leg kick.
Oh, nice right hand from Inman.
Yeah, he answered back.
If I was Inman here, I'd try to keep that distance. Good body shot. Nice knee from Inman.
Oh,
head kick
that was
lands.
shin. That was
I think
shin.
It lands.
Yep,
Wow.
that was shin.
Now right here, this is a different type of fight. Now that Gabe is on top,
He
He's
swept
gonna have
that
that-
leg through right into a takedown. That was beautiful.
heavy wrestler pressure here is very frustrating.
Staying tight on him.
But he's got a long time, and Inman is definitely, I think, a little bit better of a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Not going to say a better grappler, but a better jiu-jitsu practitioner. Throwing up that high guard right there, he's kind of flexible.
Yeah, trying to look for a version of a rubber guard.
I've never been a fan of the rubber guard.
I only ever used it to really rest, to be honest with you. It's if I was hurt. But, I mean, there are some people with really good rubber guards that can really hurt you with them, too.
Well, I trained with a guy named Thomas who he's like Gumby with that stuff, and he likes using it. Again, even with him, I'm not a big fan of it, so maybe he understands it a little bit more. Got a triangle attempt here.
He beat that hand. He's got it.
He's got the triangle attempt, and he's got a minute and a half left. This is gonna be a slow choke.
He needs to get higher up on the foot. I can't quite see the angle he's got. He's got the arm.
He's got the lock. What he needs to do is reach up and grab his own shin to really sink that triangle choke in there.
Gabe needs to push him on that cage to try to release some of that, too. Make him uncomfortable.
And then straight arm lock with the other arm. I think his corners, he's trying to punch his way out of this triangle. Being on the cage right here is not helping that where the lock is at for his feet.
No, and he's close to losing it here.
There he goes. Now he's making that transition. There we go. There we go.
Too much of a gap off the back of the head where his leg is.
I agree.
Hope you're right.
But Jordan, being a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, sees that right away. Switch to an
armbar. That'd be the move. Yep. There you go. That's a dangerous armbar.
That's tight. That is a tight armbar. I can't see where the elbow is at.
He's crossing his legs. Shouldn't cross his legs. It's going to help him roll out.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah.
See now if it does go to the judge.
Oh,
Inman rolls over on top.
Oh, there we go.
He's got a crucifix right now. Just start punching. Absolutely.
Is he up close to a twister? No. Okay.
Guys, I think Greg Inman just stole this fight.
I think Greg just stole it, yeah.
Unless it's a 10-8.
Unless it's a 10-8
round, but Greg Inman just showed
great heart.
Exactly what his skill set is. Wow, what a fight, boys.
Amazing
Greg
fight.
Inman, tough as nails.
We've had some.
That first round, he went through some hell, and then he just comes through, throws up some submissions, got some sweeps. That was impressive.
Like I said, he looked very lost and confused by the end of the first round, and all of a sudden by the beginning of the second round, he was composed, ready to go back to work, and he did. I mean,
like we say 10-8 rounds. I don't think there's a judge here that's going to give him this, but that could have been a 10-8 round for the triangle that almost finished the fight. It depends on how you look at it, because if I hit you and I drop you and I get on top and throw a couple of shots, and then you recover, that could be a 10-8 round because you almost finished the fight.
I do see what you're saying, but with MMA judges, with Gabe getting a takedown and all that, it's probably going to be a 10-9.
Yeah, Mike Kendall's going to make this official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges score this bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Gregory the Outcast.
I do think that's the right call, guys.
I agree. I say it's the right call. It just depends on how you want to score that first round. If you feel generous and want to give out 10-8s.
Gabe Corson's going to learn for this because that kid's a monster. Greg, it was his night.
In that first round for you, he was catching you with some stuff, but you prevailed. You're able to control the second and third round and decisively win this bout. Congratulations. Anything that you'd like to say out here?
Just want to say I'm the underdog, and that's how I like it to be, man.
Absolutely. Anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's?
My coaches, my teammates, sparring partners. I want to thank my family and everybody else for supporting me. God above.
Absolutely. Congratulations one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Gregory the Outcast Inman.
Gentlemen, I think we have ourselves a star in the making. That was impressive.
What's going to win fight of the night?
Well, we have to pick that still.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect example, too, of why you don't give up. I mean, he was not trying to be mean, but he was getting wrecked that first round, and he held in there and ended up getting the win. That's why you don't quit.
Yes, soundly at the end too, because had him, even though he was on his back at first, he got the sweep to the end, but the entire time he was threatening. He had him in a threatening leg triangle, transition to an arm bar that he just was able to spin out of and get that angle, because he about went belly down on that, and that's the worst kind that you can get caught in like that.
Yeah, but it was the same issue with earlier in the night with a thumb. He didn't have the correct wrist control. Had the thumb pointed the right direction.
I was also always taught to you don't cross your legs like that, because if you get one leg off, you get them both off, and that's how a wrestler can get in a better position as well.
Got another featherweight fight coming up next. Davian Trotter, really touted prospect here, looking to go pro soon in the plans against Abbas Abbasal.
Yeah, I think this has potential to be fight of the night. As of right now, I got to give it to the guys we just saw. I thought that was a really good back and forth war. Showed a lot of skill, stand up, mostly ground, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that. I think the last fight so far has been the fight of the night. But I mean, we've had a lot of good fights. A lot of good fights.
And here's the thing: Mike Kendall is about to bring us in for this next amateur fight, and I believe
title fight.
Is it a featherweight title fight?
Yep, I believe it's a featherweight title fight.
Featherweight title fight.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the NFA 9 feature fight of the night on NemesisFightingAlliance.com. Please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Abbas Abbasal.
Starts making that slow walk down to the cage. The first thing that pops off to me is he is a black belt in judo. Now, it's a little bit different with no gi on right now, but we saw with, a main example is going to be Ronda Rousey. They get their hands on you, it could be that grip, and then they know how to move your weight around.
When I was doing my research, I had heard this, so I'm going to say it's a rumor because I can't prove it. But allegedly, his father is a junior Olympic coach in Dagestan in judo. So he's probably been training judo since he was really, really little.
Yeah, I look for him to come out and bring a calm demeanor. I mean, if that's where your dad comes from, that's obviously inherently you've watched him. So this kid, I look for him to be very impressive.
And he also likes guillotines. I've noticed in a lot of his fights he always pulls for a guillotine, but that sometimes can get him in trouble as well.
Says he's a power puncher with impressive takedowns. Now, the judo will give you throws and trips that will definitely catch people off guard if they're not used to it. He is a title holder for a promotion called Fury. He's from Minneapolis, Minnesota, so that would be one of the northern ones. At a record of 4-2. I mean, I think this is going to be a really good matchup like the other ones we've had tonight, because he's going against a purple belt in jiu-jitsu here. Once again, how's this one going to end up? I bet we see a bit of everything tonight.
Well, out of the 4 wins, 3 of them are finishes, 1 knockout, 2 subs. So he's always coming out looking for a finish, but he does have his hands full with Davian Trotter.
Davian was the 155 champion. He's going down in a weight class to get another belt. He wants to become a belt collector.
And now his opponent making his way to the cage, Davian Trotter.
Davian Trotter's got 7 wins, says they're all by finish. That tells me he comes out with no nonsense, man. He comes out, he finds the way to win, and he gets that finish.
Well, and first cut to 45, I believe, as Lance was alluding to. 6 foot, 145er. That's going to give you a lot of advantages there with your length. He's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu under Mike Rogers, Boggy affiliate, St. Charles MMA. And 7-2 is a pretty stout amateur record, especially nowadays with the talent all around. His current 55 champ of NFA, as Lance alluded to earlier, looking to potentially get a second belt.
I told you, going after that title, belt collector.
So, the one thing I thought was kind of funny that he said, we asked him what the difference between his normal training and his fight prep is. He said, I basically quit eating donuts and no sour apple gummies.
Man, when you're in your 20s, you can get away with that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, when I used to cut weight, donuts were I hated seeing or smelling donuts, man.
Dream about them.
Right?
Well, in a cut like this, you can tell he's trying to round out his AMI career to go pro because he's testing what he's going to feel like at 45. Tough fight, had to bring somebody in from Minneapolis, step up, and, they're just looking to test themselves.
Yeah, guys with this amateur resume, they're very hard to match, especially when, obviously amateurs are not being paid. So it's very hard to match, especially with no payday. But I think NFA has done it here, and we're about to see what both these guys have.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the NFA 9 feature fight of the evening. It is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds for the NFA Amateur Featherweight Championship. Brought to you tonight by Sub-Zero Wellness. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5'9", weighed in 145.8 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 4 wins, 2 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout, 3 by way of submission. Representing Doc's Judo and Based Boxing, fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, by way of Turkmenistan, Abbas Avazad. Is bumped across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist, standing 6 foot tall, weighed in 146 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 7 wins, 2 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout and 4 by way of submission. Representing St. Charles MMA and fighting out of St. Charles, Missouri, he is the current NFA Amateur Lightweight Champion, Damian, the Real Deal Trotter. Your referee in charge of the action, Tim Francis.
All right, gentlemen, we went over everything in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up and go back to your corner.
Both guys a little reluctant for the touch of the gloves.
You go first.
Yep, no touching there either.
You can already see the length difference.
The kick was a little low.
I have to say, I like Davian's got a nice long jab. It's nice and crisp. Not a lot on it, but it's more like a rangefinder.
Well, it's keeping him off him, too. If you got a judo guy, you don't want him grabbing you. Good outside
Nice.
leg kick.
Oh,
good
nice.
knee. Answer back in the teep. Like you're saying, Adam, he's using that jab. Didn't quite get the check on that kick.
Slipped 2 of those jabs there.
All right.
Nice little spin there. Good 1-2.
Ooh,
those are
nice left
connecting.
hook.
Yep, those are connecting.
Comes back with the left hook of his own.
Working that body too. Whoa! That was close.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
A weird exchange there. Davian climbs to the
Climbing
back. This is where that length helps him. He just has that one hook already in that kind of fell like that. And just took his back.
I was looking for a Kimura reversal.
And being a judo black belt, he's probably got a grip like an animal.
True. Very true.
We used to train with the guy, we call him Judo George. Jordan knows him very well. George was, what, 70?
72 now, I believe.
And when he would grab you, that doesn't leave.
Yeah.
That grip doesn't leave. And he was, was he an Olympic coach for the judo team?
He was on the committee.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, as we get older, we get old man strength too, so that probably added to it.
Yes. I think George is just strong.
He's strong.
I think he was 70 years old, deadlifting, 315 or something?
Woo. All right.
Right here, got the body triangle on there. That's going to take the wind. right out of Abasov.
He's got good control here.
Yeah.
You know, you always want the submission, but not going to be the time to really soften him up. Get under that armpit, hit him in the chin like that. A lot of hand fighting in these positions.
Abasov needs to roll to where that where his legs are locked to try to loosen that. Maybe even get a calf crusher there.
Yeah, just
there we go.
There he goes. Nope,
Oh, just
no,
got
that's
rolled.
not what you wanted to do.
Looks like Trotter was sinking in that body triangle a little bit tighter.
Usually don't go that way.
Yeah, if Abbas can step over that.
Oh!
Oh, good look at the end there.
You know what I have to say? I like that he threw that up at the with the like about 10 seconds left. You know, why not go for it?
Yeah, I was going to say that too. That's
absolutely.
beautiful.
If you miss, you only have to survive a couple seconds usually.
That's wise.
That was very good.
Well, and you know, it came from his corner because he didn't hear the 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So an armbar is something you can finish in under 10 seconds. Now, if you're going for a choke, sometimes they can hold out a little bit longer. But if that armbar's in, it's in. I agree, Adam. That's what you do.
At St. Charles MMA, they got Mike Rogers, the head coach there. He's been in the game a very long time. He's a very smart, very good coach. So what I like is that when he talks, his the fighters listen. That's one of the biggest things and hardest things to do is ears open and just when they say it, you just do it like a video game.
He's also very good when he does coach you. He has that calming voice. He doesn't get you too amped up. He keeps you calm. He helps you listen.
Here we go, round 2 of this title fight for the NFA Featherweight Championship. No touch again to start the second round. Ooh, ate that jab. Solid. But fired back with some shots of his own.
Good defense by Davion Trotter.
Abbas is coming out here with a fury. That's a nice counter.
Abasov's got a little bit of diversity with his strikes. You know, he comes up with a couple wild hooks, but then he throws straight punches down the middle and then just shot an uppercut up the middle.
He slips the straights very well,
good
too.
knee.
He's done that multiple times.
That judo background just helped him fall into mount. This is not good for Trotter.
No, judo guys are good at arm bars, too.
Abasov is off balance.
I think he was looking for a top triangle at first. Nope, we got a straight leg here. Ooh, nice.
Big
nice
slam from a short distance. Abasov looking to hold that guillotine as just, I think, more just control.
Yeah, it looks like he's
get
gonna
back
get
to
up.
his feet. He's
Well,
stepping
maybe.
that leg up like he wants to go for some sort of a throw.
I think,
Very nice sequence there.
He's going to pull it. He's pulling it.
As you called, Lance.
Yep.
Locked at that guillotine. I can't tell how tight it is. Looks tight from here, but I can't tell if he's got that forearm inside or not.
He needs to get on his right hip.
That cage is going to help.
He's got space, but he's still under the chin.
That's all arms there. He needs to get on his right hip.
Yeah,
That's
there he
just
goes.
one
David's
arm.
got a cross face and get him off. Yeah, if he keeps holding it without actually having it, his arms will be burned out.
And that cage is saving you from further pressure here in this position, like you would putting the arm over the back to create a little bit of a relief of that pressure. He's getting it here from the cage.
But here's the problem with Trotter. He's just stalling right now. You know, he's losing the round. And with these amateur levels, these shorter rounds, that could come into factor because I think the first round, good first round. Second round, you know, could go either way at this point.
Well, right here, he has to keep fighting the hands here. He can't really do much. If he tries to force anything, he could definitely get caught in this. But he's wise here. He knows he's got his hand there, grabbing his hands. He's shaking hands with it. There you go.
Now he's got about 30 seconds to make something happen.
And therein lies the problem with dropping on guillotines.
Ooh.
Oh, nice right. Oh, he hit him. He connected.
Solid shots by Abasov.
Oh, good answer back.
These guys are
Good
trading.
answer back.
Oh, big right, left. Oh, fouled with the head kick. Beautiful.
Bite on that mouthpiece.
Big uppercut. Trotter, I don't think he's in trouble, but he's getting stuck.
popped. He's getting popped.
Oh, big left hook. And we are going to
Oh,
round
good knee
number
at the end,
3.
good knee at the end.
What a second round. I think
That
Abasov
was
took
fun,
that
boys.
round.
That was fun.
Here's
I
the
agree.
thing, though. I think Abasov might have just emptied the gas tank.
Possibly, yes. That's 1-1. That's 1-1. He needs something for the third because I have him 1-1 right now.
Hey, that was a good round. That was a fun round.
You know what he went for? Even if he did empty the gas tank there, he had a moment where he had him in the pocket.
Absolutely.
A few got through on Trotter that were good, but for the most part, he was shoveling and rolling those pretty well. His defense kept him in there. He ate some, like I said, but for the most part, his shell saved a lot of him.
Yeah, they're working on Abasov.
Well, both these guys took some shots just now.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just, I think Abasov won the exchange, but he got hit too.
Trotter had a good hook right in the beginning of it that landed on Abasov.
They both got bombed, just Abasov didn't show it. Yeah, if that makes sense. He no-selled it.
I don't think Trotter was ever hurt or like in danger,
No.
but he got hit and
He winced
he
a
was
couple
trying to
times.
avoid
Yeah.
the shots.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was hurt, but he winced to where Abasov kind of just walked through.
Third round for these two guys. Trotter definitely looks like the more fresh fighter. But Abasov, just land a couple shots in this fight,
Abasov's still throwing hard, though, and moving.
He's fighting at his range here in the beginning part. There we go.
Nice jab
Put
by
that jab
Trotter.
in.
Big
See?
right hand afterwards.
Both
He's
on the chin, too.
Fighting in Abasov's range, though. See this?
Oh, big left hook out of Abasov. Yeah. Oh, head kick.
Again. This is a fun fight, boys. Good answer back to that left.
Trotter's right eye is starting to swell a little bit. I don't know if he can see very good out of it. Nice jab out of Abasov. Trotter's throwing, but he's missing. Jordan alluded to this earlier. The slips are working.
Yeah, he's slipping a
Oh,
lot.
after that Superman.
Nice.
Oh,
the judo throw.
Yeah, but Trotter's
But he
already
did
on
get
his
his back,
back.
you're
He's
right.
climbing up his back already.
That was a good couple reversals from both. That's a chain of reversals.
This is a high-level amateur fight, guys.
That's for the title. You boys want some hardware.
Being a title fight doesn't always mean you get the best person. We've seen that in past.
That's true.
In the past.
He's looking for that rolling Kimura again.
A little bit more than halfway left in the round.
This is where, since Trotter's long, that's the problem for Abbas, is Trotter can get your back a lot easier. He just has to get a leg in there.
Yeah, but Abasov is working his way back to his feet. Trotter, he needs to get both hooks in there. How he had that body triangle earlier.
Has he got a twister? Is he looking for a twister here?
I think he might be trying to slip out for an arm triangle. Abasov standing up. Both hooks in. Good for Trotter. He's going to steal this round if he keeps this kind of control. Start fighting for that choke, but Abasov's not going away without a fight. This is a game opponent.
He is squirmy, too. Those legs keep moving. He's having a hard time keeping those hooks in.
Abasov going to get to his feet.
Oh, that
Here we
left
go.
hand he had posting away is what saved him there.
The gas tank of Abasov is impressive.
Both these guys. We've got 30 seconds left. Trotter shoots in for a takedown. Abasov sprawls, gets on top, landed some shots, but Trotter throwing
nice
up the legs right there.
This is going to be a hard one to score. Oh, good
Abasov
hammer
is
fist.
he's walking away with this right now, guys. Oh, I'm telling you right now, he's walking away with this. This top pressure and his ground and pound, he is not stopping.
You are right.
What a fight. 10 seconds left. I think Abasov just stole this fight.
I think he did too.
And Trotter does look a little overwhelmed right now.
I don't think he's overwhelmed. He just, the pressure is ridiculous. What a fight. I think we just got a new fight of the night right now, boys. Wow, what a fight. We get the nod from Abasov. Thanks, bud. I'm glad you appreciate that. I mean, we appreciate what you just did.
Right. I think I agree with you because this fight was back and forth to where the other one was kind of dominant rounds. Just this one was back and forth. I think I agree with you. This match stole it.
Definitely could have been 1-1 going into the third, and like Adam said, Abasov stole the third there at the end.
Yeah, at the end. It was close, so yeah, that final barrage probably gave it to him. But we were about to find out shortly.
What an awesome amount of willpower.
You know what? Both these guys, like, I say there's a winner and a loser in a fight, but there could be a draw, whatever. But there was really, I don't think, any loser in this fight. I think we saw a lot of good things out of both guys. I don't think we saw very many negative skill points for either person.
No. Is he doing the Russian? Yep, he's doing the Russian head.
The other guy is in I don't know if that's his hair, if that's a black hat. I'm not sure. Good fight, though. And, we got Brad Carey, the owner of NFA, up there with the belt, getting ready to put it on someone. Mike Kendall's going to make it official.
Whoever gets it's a worthy champ.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds in this amateur featherweight championship bout, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges score this bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. And new NFA amateur featherweight champion, Abbas Abaza.
Just as Adam said.
That was a good fight, guys. I can't wait to hear what he says when Mike Kendall gets a few words from him.
Amazing fight. Well, and though it was a vacant belt, he did beat the
Congratulations, man. You took out the NFA lightweight champion to get the featherweight championship belt. That's got to feel great, improving your record now to 5-2. It's got a strap around your waist. You feel good?
Oh yeah, I feel amazing. Thank you, Missouri, St. Charles. Woo! I'm so tired, but I'm so happy. That's an amazing night, amazing show. Thank you for that, and thank you for my family, for my coaches. I'm really happy. Thank you.
Awesome, amazing job. Congratulations, your new NFA amateur featherweight champion, Abbas Abaza.
That makes that trip from Minnesota a little more bearable.
Huge fight, and for Davion Trotter, I mean, that's the kind of experiences you want before you turn pro. That was a great fight for him as well. Not the result you want, obviously, but there's a lot to learn from that fight.
Yeah, I don't think, man, I have to say, like, obviously there's a winner and a loser, but I don't think there's a loser in that fight. Yeah. I mean, they both came out, they displayed their skill sets. They both looked good. What I was impressed with was Abasov's, the diversity of his strikes. When he put him against the cage, he had hooks, jabs, crosses, uppercuts, everything. I liked it.
Oh, it was a very good fight. Very fun.
Make sure you guys go back there and check out the Paulson booth. They're asking for proceeds that are going to go towards memorials for him. They've got really, really beautiful shirts back there. They've got wristbands, all sorts of stuff. Make sure you go check that out and learn the story of Firefighter Paulson. And make sure you guys check that out. Anything you do something to donate, you make sure make sure you find those.
so obvious it defeats the purpose. If this is your hobby, then come and meet your maker. Champagne ring bells in the streets of Jamaica. Started at the crib, look how far this shit'll take it. Raw sitting on 235 acres. And that's facts. Hamdan Muhammad like my third cousin. Facts. Mansour Muhammad like my real brother. Facts. Dubai breaks me like an Emirati. Facts. All my Rolls Royces got a different body. Facts. Mansour kitted out with every option. Facts. Let me know if that's a problem. If you got a problem with me, gotta walk around it. Used to say I had it before I got it, now I got it all. And being honest, I don't really wanna talk about it. And if I didn't have it, wouldn't wanna talk about it. I had it so long, I don't even celebrate it. Negative thoughts don't even enter my inner matrix.
If I can have your attention, please. All cage side personnel, please report to the cage. All cage side personnel, please report to the cage.
Nigga to the young guys, and my dick feel better when you drunk, right? Spend nighttime staring at the sunrise, and my diamonds all hidden like tie-dye. Air Canada send a nigga when I die. Y'all gonna have to fly in and do your fake cry. First couple rows, you gon' see the real guys. The ones that purchase their vehicles cause of trunk size. The ones that look at other rappers like it's lunchtime. Watch on my wrist, never show me crunch time. Cause I ain't never let it come to that one time. To be real, man, I never did one crime. But none of my brothers can caption that line at all. Kill me, that's talent God wasted. Instant noodle sriracha, I still taste it. When mama was too tired of cooking, we had the basics. Instant noodle sriracha, I still taste it. Now it's a movie, I'm back in Bellage wasted. Niggas love. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these niggas be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you bums, you can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't pay that nigga songs in this party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody
St. Charles, this man to my left needs little to no introduction. It's Julius Angelitskas, ladies and gentlemen. St. Charles, make some noise. Now, Julius, you have a fight coming up. When's this fight?
March 12th at the Family Arena. I'm fighting Phil Davis. He's a legend in this game, and it's going to be an awesome fight.
Well, I'm certainly excited. It's going to be right here, St. Charles. You're a St. Charles MMA guy, man. This is for all of you that are here. Make sure you guys get your tickets to this event. Bellator, March 12th. Julius Angelitskas versus Phil Davis at the Family Arena right here in St. Charles. St. Charles, are you excited? Julius, good luck, man. Kick some ass. We'll see you March 12th, brother. Julius Angelitskas, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together.
Here we go, guys. We are back with the co-main event, KJ Jones and Oscar Uwatsi. Here we're seeing a few highlights from KJ Jones. The thing I like about him is he's very athletic, he's explosive, and he doesn't back up. He wants to go forward, and he wants to get the finish. He's got good, when he gets taken down, he does a good job of getting back up. He got that high guard defense, as we see right there. You know, good takedown defense. He trains at a good gym out of St. Charles MMA. You know, and right here we're seeing him fight Justin Langford, who was a tough prospect, and KJ made it look pretty simple.
KJ is an athlete for sure. He plays semi-professional football, I believe. He's very athletic. He did run track. Now, I talked to him. I was here early, and I was talking to him. He's a lot more strategic in his approach now. He never really had a pipeline or a home like he does St. Charles MMA.
And we're going to send up to Mike Kendall to get this co-main event going.
To the cage, KJ Jones.
And here comes KJ now to kind of finish up what we were talking about before. He was saying now working with Mike Rogers has changed everything for him because now he has a path. Now he wins here. They set a goal to win the next thing, and eventually you have a path to get to a bigger show, and that's ultimately his bigger end goal here.
Well, that's why coaches and gyms are important.
Coaches and gyms are very important. He said before, you know, things were just kind of unstructured, and now that he sees how everything has been and the teammates he has in the room and the trust he has with those teammates and coaches, he's excited to perform at home tonight.
Yeah, it's not easy to train yourself at all. Not easy at all.
For sure, and it just goes back to the gym thing. He got Mike Rogers in his corner. He sees the success that a lot of guys have had out of St. Charles MMA. He's looking to build off that and be the next star that they have.
I'm really excited for this fight, guys. Very excited.
This was the one on paper I thought was going to be fight of the night, and everything else has been exactly what I thought this one was going to be. So,
absolutely.
George, you said it, brother. Like this, so I thought this fight, KJ and Oscar, was going to have fireworks from bell to bell, but we just saw a slugfest for an amateur title. So these guys got the bar set pretty high if they want to get that fight of the night honor.
Yeah, this one could honestly go either way. It could be a long, drug-out fight, or they both have knockout power. It could be a quick one, too.
Fighting on the red corner, Oscar Uwatsi.
So, guys, Oscar Uwatsi, I trained with him for a very, very long time. He is significantly shorter than I am, but this dude had no problem getting in your face and just bringing the fight to you. You know, he never let the size disadvantage, you know, be an issue for him, and he has never been in a boring fight.
No, Oscar is tough. He's going to come forward. He's going to bring volume. He's going to have cardio, and it's insane because he doesn't even look 41 years old. He doesn't act like it. Tough. He's got one TKO win and a submission loss coming into here, and he trains out of, I believe I'm going to pronounce it correctly, Untitled MMA, which is in the boxing gym.
Yeah, and one thing about Oscar is you said it, he doesn't look 41. He's 41, but you know, his girlfriend Karen Simontelli there, she has actually gotten his body dialed in for you know, to drop down to 170, 155. And doing it with ease to where he's in shape and very strong and very explosive. So I know this is a catch weight, but I expect Oscar to be in shape and be ready to go all 3 rounds.
Both these guys are gamers.
Well, this is one of these fights, too. Both of them may not have a lot of pro fights, but they both have a ton of experience at the amateur level.
Yes, KJ had, I believe, almost 50 amateur fights overall.
Oh yeah, he's been fighting. Yeah, he's been fighting for a while. Me and him fought on the same card back in 2011.
Wow.
Kind of like the music change.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship there, touching gloves beforehand. I love seeing that.
Time for the co-main event of the evening. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in an FNA catchweight at 165 pounds, brought to you tonight by JC's AC. And now introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This boxer, wrestler, stands 5'10", weighed in 164.4 pounds. He holds a professional record, 1 win, 2 defeats with 1 draw. That win coming by way of knockout. Representing St. Charles MMA and fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, KJ the Hitman Jones. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a boxer standing 5'5", weighed in 165 pounds. He holds a professional record, 1 win, 1 defeat. That win coming by way of knockout. Representing Norwalk MMA and the boxing gym, fighting out of Galaxca, Mexico, Oscar Oxy. Referee charge the action, Zach Tybris.
Crowd is ready for this one.
Absolutely, guys. Here at the pro level, we'll notice the big difference in the 5-minute rounds. Guys are going to touch the gloves beforehand.
KJ wanted me to let everybody know that his new nickname was Hitman. KJ Hitman Jones. I forgot to leave that earlier.
And why is that, Jordan?
I just forgot. I got excited.
No, I mean, why is that his nickname?
He just switched it up.
Because he's going to hit you, man.
No, that's because no one can pronounce his first name. According to him.
See, I like how KJ is kind of pawing with that lead hand to see what Oscar's going to do to move his hand, something like that. But Oscar's showing pretty good head movement, good defense right now.
This is good range for KJ.
Good outside leg kick.
Oscar does like to strike. Both these guys have showed some struggles on the ground in their at their pro levels.
Good leg kick, good right cross. KJ's just covering up. I don't think anything's really landing.
I think he's just waiting to get one in.
Left hooks might have snuck through right there.
I think KJ tried to sneak in an upper elbow.
This is what Oscar does. He comes forward, tries to get you in that phone booth. KJ gets his space back. Ooh.
Neither man's intimidated by the other one. They're both still holding their composure very well. Nice little check there.
Ooh, nice left hook out of KJ. A little bit low on the kick there, but Oscar doesn't care. He's got like 4 kids. He's done.
Oscar's smiling too. He's happy.
Oscar showing. He's looking for that finish.
Yeah. Oscar's kind of keeping his chin up there. Gotta say, he needs to be careful. If KJ does fire back, he's open. Nice leg kick. I'd like to see him set that up, though.
Oscar has not taken his foot off the gas pedal. He just goes forward.
Ooh, that was flush.
KJ is landing some good shots in this mix, too.
He is. The one thing KJ is doing, he's showing a lot of patience by covering up while Oscar's just flirting on him. You know, he trusts that the referee's not going to step in, and nothing really has gotten through either.
Nope, and I think that goes to his boxing experience.
On that note, if Oscar would switch up to more body shots, it'd probably help him out.
Ooh, a little bit of dirty boxing there with that right uppercut.
KJ was just out of range on that.
Oscar with that slapping hook to open something up.
KJ using the jab.
Nice outside leg kick.
See, the only thing, every time Oscar throws something, though, his chin's right there.
Oh, big right hand sets him down. KJ jumping on top, looking for that finish. Referee's right there to stop this fight. Fight is over. Fight is over. What started that was KJ hit him with a jab and kind of got Oscar wiping his eye a little bit, and then followed with a good right hand.
Came down to those. Oscar was keeping that chin up high. He was kind of gunslinging, pulling from his waist.
All the emotions coming out of KJ right now, doing it at home. That was a big deal to him when I talked to him already. He was happy to finally be at home. He sold a good amount of tickets, he was telling me. And, you know, he fought in KC the last time. It was last year, and so he just wanted to be home.
Oscar's upset with the stoppage.
I agree. I think it was a little bit of a quick stoppage, but I don't think 5 more seconds would have prolonged the inevitable.
I think he's claiming that, you know, he should have got some time for the eye poke. But if it's the corner of the glove and it hits you legitimately in the eye, that's a different animal than a finger. Sometimes the corners of the gloves do hit you. It was too fast to see.
Agreed. Still a good fight, though.
KJ evens his record to 2-2-1.
2-2-1.
He had a no contest. There was an illegal blow in a fight he had over a year ago.
Say the mysterious extra digit at the end of that record.
Yeah, so I think Oscar showed, his heart, and he goes forward. I do think it was a little bit of an early stoppage, but I think that it would have happened anyways. We're gonna send it up to Mike Kendall to get this official.
Timer is called to stop the fight. 3 minutes, 8 seconds into the first round, declaring your winner by TKO, KJ the Hitman Jones.
KJ's trying to hold back some emotions. You can see that in his face. But that was a good fight. I think it was good for both guys.
KJ dedicated this fight to his sister. His sister went missing, and I don't know the full story behind it, but this was really important to him.
Man, improving your record now to 2-2 with 1 draw. Man, it's got to feel good to be like that 500 right now. Now you can rebuild it, man. It's exciting. You came out guns blazing, dude. It was very exciting to watch here in the co-main. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
Hey, man, I want to thank the utmost the Lord and Savior for helping me come in here today. I want to thank my team, St. Charles MMA. Without them, it wouldn't be here as now. I fucking love y'all, man. I love y'all to death, man. I made the right decision. I want to thank NFA for having me on their card. I want to thank all my family, my friends for being here and come see me work hard because I've been going hard. I've been through a lot, but I'm back, baby. Put some respect on my name.
Absolutely, man. Now, what do you want next, man? You're a professional. You're here. You're right here in your hometown, man. What do you want next? Is there an opponent that you've had your eye on?
Nah, whatever Coach Mike say I'm ready for, I'm listening to him. I'm not just gonna take any old fight, whatever he thinks best for me, that's what I'm gonna go with. Whatever point he get in front of my face, he gonna get the same thing. Hitman locked and ready.
Well, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together one more time. KJ, the Hitman Jones.
So go back to you talking about how the gym change is gone. If I recall, he started his pro career off 0-2, and now he's 2-0-1 since switching over to the new leaf. So he's definitely improving.
Yeah,
leaps and bounds.
sure. And you know, even in your record there, he's climbing out of that hole, and with the new home, climbing out of that hole. I mean, that was a good finish there. I mean, that was a finish caused by setting up with the strike. It wasn't something that just happened in a firefight. And you know, he's got new life to him now.
Absolutely. I don't think he took too much damage in that fight. I know Oscar had a few flurries on him, but, you know, like we said, with that tight defense, I think he did a good job of All right, guys, now we're lined up for the main event. Tristan Overig, watching him back in the amateur days here for NFA, and obviously you can tell he looks very, very young here. Getting the win, but triangle choke there. But I think he's ready to make that step into the pro levels.
Very homegrown talent here. Started his first fight as an AMI, was with NFA. He's compiled a 10-1 record. here as an amateur. Overall, he's coming home to make his pro debut for NFA after winning that last 205 belt.
Yeah, we watched him fight Julius Walker here. I thought that was a really, really good fight, a tough test. Julius Walker's no slouch, no walk in the park, and Tristan got in there and got that win.
Time for the main event of the evening. Please welcome, making his way to the NFA cage, Willie Sears.
All I gotta say about Willie is he started his fighting career before any of us three.
Yeah, you were telling me that. When did he start it?
It was 05 or 06. I think it might have been 06. Yeah, back in 2006 he started fighting.
Longer than the iPhone has been out. That's insane.
Was that encyclopedia again?
Yeah. 37 years old, Willie Sears comes in. He's 1-1, freestyle, trained out of Presidential Fitness. He thinks the advantage he'll have here is his striking over Tristan, and determination, staying calm, keep it standing. Obviously, you do not want to get in a grappling exchange with Tristan, and he just thinks that his matching is what's going to set it apart. That Tristan won't be able to keep up with it. But he's been working on his ground in anticipation for this, as he should have.
Yeah, and then Willie Sears has a little bit of pro experience, 1-1 with a record. Not a bad record, obviously 500 record coming in. I don't know how many amateur fights he has, but I think this, the 5-minute rounds is a big deal. When you first make your pro debut and you're not really sure how to pace yourself, the training room is one thing, the cage is the other.
For the NFA cage, Tristan Overvin.
Here comes Tristan making the walk for his pro debut. He is a pedigo submission fighting purple belt. He won Noki Pan Ams as a blue belt last year. And he cross-travels to train at St. Charles MMA, one of their affiliates there. And he's got really heavy wrestling, very adept grappler. And the only thing he said his keys to victory was smash. I mean, that's about his style, too.
He's a very tough fighter as well. That, as you guys saw on the highlights, when he threw up that triangle, he was losing that fight, and he threw up that triangle at the end and got an amazing victory.
Yeah, his debut was insane. Because, I think he took it even on short notice, and then he just pulled that off right at the end of the fight.
So one thing I do have to point out, we saw the highlight here of Tristan Overvin. He looked like he was about a 155er. Now he's clearly light heavyweight. He's grown. That just shows you, how long he's been here with NFA. He's grown into his body and clearly found the key to his success is eating a little bit more and maybe doing some bench presses.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is now time for the main event of the evening. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the NFA light heavyweight division, brought to you tonight by Brad Carey Realtor. If you're in the market to buy or sell your home, Brad Carey is your guy. And now, for all those watching tonight on NemesisFightingAlliance.com, and for those here in St. Charles, Missouri, are you ready for war? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6'1", weighed in 205.8 pounds. He holds a professional record, 1 win, 1 defeat. That win coming by way of knockout. Representing Presidential Fitness and fighting out of Mount Sterling, Illinois, Willie Sears. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist standing 6 foot tall, weighed in 204.5 pounds. Tonight, he is making his professional debut. Representing Pedigo Submission Fighting and St. Charles MMA Fighting out of Effingham, Illinois, Tristan Overvin. Your referee in charge of the main event, Tim Francis.
All right, gentlemen, we went over everything in the back. I expect a good, clean fight at all times. Obey my command at all times. Touch him up and go back to your corner.
I want to point out I appreciate the placement of Daisy Fresh on Tristan's shorts.
Yeah. Tristan said his stand-up is a tad better than the last time we saw him. I honestly see him still looking to smash, like he said, impose his will. If that's where your advantage is, if that's your bread and butter, that's what you're going to go to.
Yeah, Tristan taking the center of that cage, hits a clean right hand on Willie Sears.
Willie took it, though.
But he's going right for that takedown. Willie's not going down without a fight, though. Nice takedown defense right there. But Willie ends up getting a little bitty toss on his butt there. Nice and gentle, to be honest. Yeah. But see, this is Tristan's world. Jordan, mentioned his accolades
good
earlier.
Elbows, good
and
elbows.
now he's excited for those elbows, folks.
Yeah, because he ends up in that position a lot.
Trying to slide that hook in on the cage is difficult.
Trying to rush it.
Hard punch.
These are solid shots by Tristan Overeem. Willie trying to roll out of it right in the mount. That's definitely not good.
We can hear those through the headset.
Tristan coming down with a couple elbows, trying to find the shot. Looks like he's gonna roll. I thought an armbar was coming. Trying to get both those hooks in, gonna stretch him out, and a couple solid shots.
This could be it, guys.
Yeah, this could be it.
I think this will be the beginning of the end. Tristan doing a good job of taking this time. Couple hammer fists, trying to find shots. Willie's covering up.
He's covering, but he's not trying to get out, though.
He's just not intelligently defending himself.
Looks to his corner before unloading.
Yeah, this fight's about over.
Lets that go.
I think he lets it go to try to try to get a cleaner finish. Because none of those shots were
those aren't good
getting through. He was blocking them. There's a hammer fist on the temple. See right here, I'd like to see Tristan reach back and throw that knee right to the body.
Well, he's doing decent defense, but he's not trying to get out, though. That's the issue. So at some point, the ref has to decide.
Yeah, it's about over.
Yeah,
The fight's over. Tristan Overeem wins his debut. Great showing by Tristan Overeem.
That was a quick pummeling.
I think, I don't think there was a lot of shots that landed except for kind of on the ears and on the temples and stuff like that. Excuse me.
No, you did great. You did great last fight.
Yeah.
You did great last fight, too.
Well, he's clearly talking to you two.
Yeah, I guess.
That's okay. I mean, we can talk about it afterwards if you want.
Yeah, I mean.
Pro debut, already getting a little chatter going.
I guess so. I'll come out of retirement for him. Like, little kid, let me show you who daddy is.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Adam.
I thought he looked good last fight and this one. I just thought the one was so close. I thought the first 2 rounds and the last one, I didn't know if he won. It was the third one he cleanly won.
Yes.
The third round could have been a 10-8. But he didn't even go to decision here. Pummeled him.
This was a dominant performance. You can't take nothing away from the guy.
No.
Tim Francis calls a stop on this fight. 1 minute, 57 seconds in the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO, Tristan Overeem. Congratulations, Tristan. Man, coming out here with your pro debut, getting a victory, it's got to feel great. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Absolutely. Man, a few words, man. You let all your talking, happen inside the cage. It was just dominance from the get-go. Anything else you'd like to say out here tonight?
Thanks, Willie, for taking the fight. A lot of people wouldn't take it, so hats off to him. And then I want to call out PFL, Bellator, and UFC to take a look at me. I'm on the radar and I'm here.
Well, you're definitely on the radar, man. You're definitely a prospect in this area. We're looking forward to the rest of your career, man. We'll see you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for Tristan Craig.
Very definitive debut win for Tristan Overweight.
It was good. He went out, he did what he needed to do. And that's gonna
party right there at the Holiday Inn in Creve Coeur. And don't forget our next event, April 30th, NFA 10. It's going to be right here in the same venue, same town, St. Charles. We'll see you April 30th.
And Mike Kendall just ended it for us, guys. April 30th, we will be back here at the Olympia Event Center in beautiful St. Charles. For Lance, Jordan, my name is Adam. We had a good time. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Guys, make sure you stop at the Ben Polson Memorial booth and purchase one of the memorial shirts. They've got a lot of other stuff there. They're beautiful shirts, and all the proceeds are going directly to some memorials in the highway side and the memorial at the St. Louis City Fire Department to commemorate his life. So please, St. Louis, give back to the man who gave his life for you guys, and stop at the Ben Polson booth before you leave.